the same thing too. I wanna say forever, we could be good together. Guess mystery loves company. Better too late than never. You know we could do better. So take a chance and run with me. Everywhere we go, we turn to paradise. All I know is that I need you in my life. Let me show you how it feels to roll the dice. You know you want it, just say the word. Everywhere we go, we turn to paradise. All I know is that I need you in my life. Let me show you how it feels to roll the dice. You know you want it, just say the word. Oh. Whatever we would do, we do it just for fun. You only get so many trips around the sun. I wanna say forever, we could be good together. Guess mystery loves company. Better too late than never. You know we could do better. So take a chance and run with me. Everywhere we go, we turn to paradise. All I know is that I need you in my life. Let me show you how it feels to roll the dice. You know you want it, just say the word. Everywhere we go, we turn to paradise. All I know is that I need you in my life. Let me show you how it feels to roll the dice. You know you want it, just say the word. Everywhere we go, we'll turn to paradise. All I know is that I need you in my life. Let me show you how it feels to roll the dice. You know you want it, just say the word. Everywhere we go, we'll turn to paradise. All I know is that I need you.
All right. What timing? That was perfect timing right there is what that was. I'm gonna go
I
get that off.
love that the song would say something about roll the dice, and we had that big dice down there. That big target dice down there. It's like, yeah, right. All right, good morning. We are coming to you from Jasper, Texas. We are at the Southeast Texas. Oh, where's my logo right
I'll let
there?
you do it because I
Southeast
misspell
Texas
it. I misspell it every
Shootout.
time. See, it says S.E.T.X.
T-X, which goes
Okay.
with Southeast Texas, by the way.
Which
So-
is the largest, our largest tournaments on this side of Texas.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds
It's the only tournament on this side of Texas. but there are over 100 archers shooting this thing this
Yes,
weekend. And
yes.
that is crazy.
This is the second line of the weekend.
Yeah.
I had the first one last night. That we were here last night. We drove in 3 hours so we could be here last night. I must really love you guys because this is day one of my spring break. And here I am.
Where else would you want to be, Wendy? Come on. So this
Nowhere other than an
we
archery
are in
tournament,
Jasper,
Scott.
Texas, and Cheryl reaches out to us and says, "Hey, we're trying to build something really big here in Jasper, Texas."
Oh, and when you
And
say really big, we're like, hey, we're in.
it could have been, I've
What
got
can
a
we do?
small tournament coming up. Would you guys be able to help? And yes, we would.
Yeah, that's true too.
We're cheap. We're cheap help. Feed us, give us a place to stay. It didn't even have to be at a hotel. Just make sure we could have stayed here. This place is nice.
We've stayed at some different kinds of places. We were at Super 8 last night, but I want to tell you, that room was super clean.
It was nice.
Super
It was
clean.
nice. Yeah.
So yeah, it was nice, and
It was better than I expected, to be
it
honest.
was better
Yeah.
than I expected. Absolutely, the people were there were super nice.
Yep.
So yeah.
So there's no Chick-fil-A here in Jasper, just so everybody knows. But
Okay, City of
there is
Jasper.
Whataburger,
You know,
there's-
you can contact Chick-fil-A. You've got some lots of spare land around here. You could get a Chick-fil-A in here. You
I
got
know.
a Whataburger.
I know.
You got a Jack in the
Whataburger.
Box.
You got McDonald's. You got
Yeah, you got
McDonald's are everywhere.
McDonald's,
I'm sure
so-
there was a Dairy Queen. We didn't see it though.
We passed right by it.
Did we?
On the way to Whataburger. It was not open, but it was there.
Maybe that's what it was. That's what it
I'm
was.
like, maybe ice cream on the way home.
Yeah.
You know, but.
So this is a little different tournament. This is why we like these type of. This is just a fun shoot. So
Oh, Scott, we
for-
like any kind of tournament. What do you?
yeah, that's true. That's true. So
That's why we like this.
a couple
Scott, and we
things.
like all.
Couple things to note. Compounders are going to be shooting 40-centimeter targets, so it's going to be one of the smaller targets with a 3-spot. Any recurve, any bare bow, they're shooting 60 centimeters. Again, this is a fun shoot. This is, they came up the other day and said, should we next time, because it's growing so fast, like, should we have like a list of rules? Probably a good idea, because there are some rules that need to be followed
And
to keep
there are
people
a lot
safe
of
and things like
new
that.
archers at this tournament, and
Yep.
I mean, like, they've never shot a tournament before, and that's okay. Everybody has to have a first tournament, and so if they are not aware of the rules, where else are they going to have the rules? So yeah, a list of rules would be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Parents need to know.
I think, yeah, and the scoring is going to be like Vegas scoring. There's a big 10, so that's going to be your 10. They are counting X's.
Which a lot of times if you hear us, we say outer 10s.
Outer 10, yes. And all you have to do is touch the line to get that higher score.
Yeah.
And so on the single spot, of course, it's 10 all the way down to
One or an outside is a miss. Yep.
And then on the 3 spot, it's all the way down to a
You see Scott
6.
not
Man, my
look.
mind just went blank. I'm
We
like, wait a
just
minute,
gotta-
let me look at the target.
We
Yeah.
moved where we can see a target.
Because the thing is like when you're shooting a 3-spot, very seldom do you see archers shoot into those lures. It's always a 9 or a
So it
10,
goes to a
maybe
6
an
or
8.
a miss.
So it's like, well, I had to lean over. Like, wait a minute, is it one ring of blue? Yes, it is one ring of blue. So that would be 7.
I felt like Hollywood.
And you did. You and
counting
I
that
both
we
did the
both
same
just
thing.
lean.
And the reason why we're leaning is because the
So we can
monitors
see
and
the-
everything
yeah.
like lean to see, because we can't see around any of our stuff. But we are up high on a balcony, which
Yes.
again, I actually love being up high. This is great.
Yeah.
When we were at the rodeo, they put us up really high, which, I mean, that was awesome. We could almost see everything from up there.
Jacqueline did show a view of what we were. You can see it. You can see. Maybe able to see my.
I'm going to go
feet.
turn
Let's
that music
see.
down just a hair because
Well, you see, Scott
I'm
just
afraid
got
it's coming
up,
through.
but yes, so we do not own the rights to the music, but you can see our camera. There goes Scott, and so we are up top. We do have a video booth or a interview booth right behind this young fellow in the blue shirt. So it is off to the side where archers or parents can go over to the side and we can video them. We can see them. You can see that right there. We've got a backdrop over there. And so we can go ahead and hear them and see them even though we are up top and they will be down below. Last night we had a young archer who went back and forth. She would go shoot. She would come back and interview for 2 minutes. Roughly 2 minutes, and then run back to shoot or pull arrows, whatever she needed to do. One thing you're going to notice about this shoot is there are a lot of littles. Look at that. They are precious. I love having so many youth archers here at this shoot. This is the future of archery right there. And my girl was waiting because Josiah right there was at full draw, so she was showing some line etiquette. I like being able to say that she was exhibiting line etiquette. Hey, Mel, it's good to have you with us this morning. All right, so Josiah just got a new bow, and he is working with that beautiful red bow, that Hoyt Stratus. He is wearing that Hoyt cap, that red and black cap to match his bow.
Mm-hmm.
We had him on quite often last night for that first line.
Quite often, yes.
And
Yeah, and so he's shooting. Also, you're talking about his bow. We talked about it last night. I moved him to a resistant release.
yes, he was not happy with you on that move.
He was not happy with that move. So funny. But you know what? He said what
He's
he did.
happy with it now.
Yeah. So what he
He's
did
getting
was
there.
he shot it And I said, you're probably going to hate me, but you need to stick with it. Well, guess
And
what?
he
He
did.
didn't stick with it. And then he had a disaster of a tournament, and now he's back on it, and he says he's
Yes.
shooting way better with it.
Which every time you do that, that's kind of what happens. Because you might want to turn your volume
I'm
off,
about
by
to
the way.
see how that works. I just
Yeah.
turned it down.
Turned mine off. Wow. Well, hello, Rhonda from Kentucky. Very nice to have you watching with us. I believe Mel is all the way over in Arizona, unless he is traveling. So we've got 2 different states watching us here in Texas. It does say Southeast Texas. We are kind of East Texas, but because we had to travel north to get here. But we are.
Okay.
Oh wow!
Okay.
And we've got Cheryl's mom from Wyoming as well. So very cool. We like doing this kind of shoot to where family members can see. They can't get down here or up
Right.
here, wherever, over, however you want to say it. But anyway, they can't get to Jasper, but they are still able to watch their family members, see what's going on. And then we may have people who are just,
Got a creeper behind us.
okay.
Yeah, see, there she is.
Hey,
so,
Cheryl.
So
I thought
the
it was
reason
gonna be
why
the Cheryl and Wendy show
Well,
today.
the reason why Cheryl's there is because she doesn't trust what we're going to say. So she's
Do not
here.
talk about bathrooms today and no
Wait a
colorful
minute, wait a minute.
jokes.
I didn't say anything about bathroom. You started that.
On today, you guys.
What?
I listened to some of that last night.
Josiah, by the
She's
way,
like-
is Cheryl's son.
Cheryl's like, it was linked to my Facebook page.
She's like, what are y'all talking about? We got the mom lick.
Yeah, we did. I told Wendy, let's keep it professional today.
I couldn't get in there fast enough to shut him down. I was listening on the earphone.
Like,
on the line.
we've got duct tape close by, and I
Yeah.
know how to hit Scott's mute button.
She just muted me. She did.
Mute.
I'm not real sure where the censor button is on here.
That's
but
by design. That's by design.
Thanks, Scott.
But I think a couple things that we bring to archery is that one thing is live scoring.
Yes.
So any event that we're going to do, we offer this to everybody. It's not just us showing up. We
right.
actually have, when you look at Eyes on Score, it was something that Eyes on Score was an idea I had many years ago, hired some developers to make it happen because I wanted to bring live scoring to small events like this. Local events, state level events. Are you yawning, really? Are you serious right now? But what that does is it allows everybody to see exactly
It's the
what's going
rocker
on.
chair. put me to
Lets
sleep.
everybody know what's going on.
Right.
And that app is getting better and better. We have, I think there's probably about 50 customers around the country right now, and it just continues to grow. After this indoor season, it has really kind of exploded on all the different organizations around the nation that are actually using it.
After this indoor season, didn't
We're coming to
we
the end
get-
here through the indoor
Oh, yeah,
season.
yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Outdoor season, it always slows down a little bit,
I
but
got lost.
yeah, it's harder to do live scoring for outdoor. Not really if you organize it right, because you can use archers' cell phones to actually do all the scoring.
Yes.
You don't have to have tablets, and it does work really well.
Yes, it does, regardless of elevation. So, in other words, like a little valley
Yep.
or anything. We have tried it. I've personally been on the end of it to where archers go down in the valley. They weren't able, they put their scores in. It did not upload to our phones. And then as soon as they come up out of the valley, ding, 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 it was
yeah.
immediately
I mean, it is.
and automatically uploaded. So
And
we were
I'm-
like,
Yeah.
yes.
I'm glad you brought that up, because it was kind of the first time we tested a field shoot with the app. There was a couple things I was like, it was kind of like these aha moments, because you knew exactly where everyone was throughout the shoot, because normally you don't know what bale they're on.
Right.
People are finishing. How many more bales are there?
Did we have everybody come in?
Yeah, this group out there, and you're like, oh, they got two targets left, and they're on target 20, so you know exactly where they are. Great way of being able to organize and know exactly where everybody is.
Right.
The other thing is Eyes on Score works for every organization that's out there. 3D, field, target, doesn't matter. It'll do it. And when you set it up, for example, for a 3D shoot, you go ahead and set it to 12, and 12 then gives you, changes the calculator on your phone to say 12, 10, 8, 5, and miss. So it keeps it from being confusing. So really cool.
You're probably confusing people right now.
Yeah, then live scoring or live events, like what a cool opportunity for us to be able to offer some live video of what's going on.
Yeah, I'm so glad you did because, I can't see, and I even forgot my binos today. Well, they're in the car.
Mine too.
But, so I cannot see how my archer is doing. And even if I was down on the floor, by the time she came back to me, she wouldn't be able to tell me what her score was. So
Okay.
I appreciate the live scoring, and I am here on location. So
All right, I'm going to run and go do something real quick. So you got the
Yeah.
Windy show here for a little
you
bit.
get the windy show.
Okay.
And if we have some archers or parents who join in on the interview booth, then we will go ahead and bring that to you as well, so you don't have to just sit here and listen to me. All right. We do have, I had been calling this up until we got here last night. I had been calling this a 4-H shoot. However, we do have adults here at this shoot. So it is not necessarily 4-H. And if you hear that sound, it is not me passing gas. The chair that I am in is very, very comfy, and it is a rock. They got us these rocking chairs, the camp chairs that you kind of rock, and so yeah. But whenever you sit in it and you move around, it makes noise. So if you hear that, please know that that is what it is. All right, we have got. Oh, let's see. How many archers do we have here? 3, 5, 9. We've got 27 on this line. So this is the second line of the shoot. We will have a third line beginning at 2 o'clock this afternoon. After that, they will tally all the scores, which the beautiful thing of the live scoring is that will not take so long. It will already be done. You will see people that maybe right now they're showing they're in last place with 30. That's because the ones who have already okay, so I just got a message from Sean Harrigan who says, "Sure, blame the chair." Yes, look, let's see if I can see. There goes the sound of the chair as I move around. All right, so we have already got people who shot last night, so their score is going to be much higher. And then we've got those who are starting to do that right now. Oh, I'm going to move over so Cheryl can jump in here with me.
Oh, you mean I'm gonna get to be in
Yeah, she's going to get to be on screen with me.
So I get to be in the
Oh, here we go.
camera.
There
I
we
noticed
go.
Scott only stays like this,
Well, chairs only allow us to be so close, and then also, we've been together to where, like I said, rolly chairs, what we normally have, and he'll say something, I just push him off this.
I could understand. We were making jokes
Right?
last night that it should be the Wendy and Cheryl show.
I'm telling you.
And he had to go somewhere for a while.
Yeah.
He might not come back. It might stay
Did you
the
pay
Wendy and
somebody?
No. He got sidetracked.
He gets sidetracked easily, and for at least 2 of the people online with us right now, they know that is a fact with Scott, that he does get sidetracked easily. He chases mini squirrels. So Cheryl, it looks like things are going well down there. This is a buckle shoot. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, this is an 18 buckle shoot. We kind of struggle in terms of there's so many divisions, and so we start out every year with bare bow, compound, and recurve. So compound aided, recurve aided, and then bare bow. And so traditionally, as 4-H. We started out with a lot of bare bow kids. Just young kids usually start out just learning to shoot.
Right.
And so we don't mess with sights and rests and all the fancy stuff. And then also because we shoot a lot of NRA grant material just to make it affordable for families to get into, we start with bare bows, both recurve and the Genesis NASP, or some of them get those little the BEAR bare bows. And so what that allows for an archer to do is, we even have high schoolers that when they get in to get comfortable shooting, not much different than starting with an air rifle or a 22 before you go shoot a 30-06 or 270, And so, and then for our club in Newton, so we're Newton County Newton Youth Area Gun and Bow Club, and it's been a 4-H club and will remain a 4-H club. And so we started 10 years ago with 20 to 30 little kids. And then they got to choose, Mom and Daddy, what can we buy them? What can we buy them? Don't buy them anything. So you see, if you'll switch over to this boy right here on the screen, he is shooting what we call a Genesis
bow right there.
Yeah, and we have
Goes up to about 20 pounds.
26 pounds.
26.
And then we have some little kids that shoot Genesis minis, and they stay with them in terms of their height until they get strong enough to be able to do a full Genesis. And so he's shooting instinctive, so he's looking down that bow, usually about the sight picture, maybe about 2 inches above his hand. And, we just teach them to instinctively get to the yellow. And so you raise up and down based on dialing in, basically.
That was what my daughter first learned on, was the Genesis. And so went from Genesis to a compound, but it was a hunting bow. And
right. And so
we got into a target bow.
This guy has a compound bow here, so he's actually looking at a sight and putting it on the bullseye, just like looking at a scope in hunting or rifles. And so we've actually, then as our kids grew, like my son shot last night recurve instinctive bare bow. And so this is our middle child right here. And as Scott was saying, he's moved just this year. And so he's an 8th grader, and he's shot bare bow before this. We bow hunt, so he shot his compound hunting bow some and wanted to move into more competition shooting. So I guess you guys call this freestyle in the USA archery world.
Well, in USA it's compound, in NFAA it's freestyle. So, yep.
And so this other one in the cowboy hat, go to Dawson for a minute. Dawson, he has shot with us in terms of his family has hunted with our family since those kids were born. And this is his first competition to shoot with us. Christy and I were over this event. We've just been saying, Dawson loves to shoot. I think he shot a hog when he was like 7 years old with his compound bow from a stand. And we're like, you need to come shoot competition with us. And so we were excited. Our shoot sponsored Dawson to come shoot with us today. So we were really excited to have him with us. And
that's great.
He's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun with Dawson, but he's a serious hunter, and he's no joke about pulling that bow every day.
You know, and it is so neat that you talk about your family and his family hunting together and different things. We heard that story last night from 2 other families, to you, Kira and Tyson.
Oh, yeah, the Gannons and the Loftons, yes.
And they hunt together. The kids play football together, 2 girls, against 2 boys. And here they were shooting with each other last night. So, very cool.
And the cool thing about Gannon's last year brought Mr. Lofton, Raymond, to shoot. He went home and bought Kira a compound bow, and they joined 4-H, and the whole family went and got bows.
Yes.
And so the Gannons and the Loftons, and I talked to them a lot in terms of, hey, what's going on? And they, then again, that's more kids in 4-H, more kids in the sport.
Yes.
And it's exciting. This guy here is Jacob Goff.
Right.
And he's out of one of our sister clubs, San Augustine Shooting Sports. And
also shoots for Texas Archery.
Yes, Texas Archery. He's been, they've been toting him down there, I think, every other Sunday afternoon this last year. And
got Jody Goff online right now, who is watching while driving.
Shout out to my buddy Jody, and she is the Farm Bureau coordinator. We love Jody. She's out of pocket today, and in fact, I was talking to her husband last night, and she's not going to be here. She's with a friend, but
she says, "Go, Jacob."
Yes, we miss you, Jody. I love to visit with you. I say that, and such archery moms have kind of a real close-knit group.
Absolutely.
And, we have several of moms coming this afternoon that I was on the horn with. Come early.
Yeah, well, I was, I asked Dallas yesterday. I was like, hey, I was like, hey, girl, want to do my hair while you're here?
Yeah, she's storing chickens. Cole's got his new baby chickens for their county fair. And I'm like, bring your trough full of baby chicks and we'll stir chickens.
Do not miss that because, we would have to buy 100 to get 4 good ones for
to die in the middle of the show.
Oh, yes. I hated showing chickens. I would tell my dad, I'm like, that's your project. You want me to do it? But I hated it. We cooked the food, and it stunk so bad. And
Well, we're a livestock family, and
Yeah.
I've always said you can't do livestock if you can't do dead stock. You know, it's
yeah.
just what it is.
yeah,
And,
I showed cattle, pigs, chickens, rabbits,
yeah.
I did it all. Cattle was my main thing. I showed all over the country and from the time I was 9 to my 20s. So, yep.
Yeah, we show. So our oldest, that's our big livestock shower, and he did horse show and all that. He's a senior this year, and we've got 3
We watched
senior
his very
hogs, and we love it.
We watched his very last X as a senior today. He says this was his last shoot. It was last night. He said this was his last shoot, and it was an X.
Yeah.
He was very happy to
He
have
shot,
that one.
I think he said he shot his best last night, and he was exhausted. So they'll be here after a while. But yes, in terms of livestock, our little kids are showing rabbits right now, and I was telling a girl down there when we were checking bow equipment. She said, "I would rather be showing livestock." I said, "Do you show livestock?" She said, "Not yet, but I'm thinking about getting some rabbits. I tried to catch one the other day." She just told me about 20 minutes ago. I said,
At least you didn't shoot it. I mean, there's that.
Yeah.
It could have been livestock and archery all in one thing.
Well,
Could have been
I
that
don't
dead
really
stock
care for
right
the
there.
rabbits because it's either they live or die. You know, you gotta have 3 to make a market pen, and half the time you only have 2.5. You know, it doesn't.
Can we make this a limbo?
Can
Don't
you
talk
get it
to
to
Scott
weight?
about rabbits because they have a different way of killing their rabbits to eat.
Oh, really?
and,
Yeah.
yeah,
Josiah could help him. We have another archer, and they take all. You know, one year we didn't have
They
enough.
do it by hand.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah. I get it.
something like a chop to the back or the
Yeah.
I don't know, but
But rabbits, they're a goofy commodity, you know. And then, you know, the hottest summer on earth, we had rabbits late. They didn't make it in time for show and had 18 of them. And I was like, yeah, you either have not enough or too many.
too many. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Miss Jody says to tell you that she looks forward to your shoot every year, and that you do great things for Deep East Texas archers. And that is, both of those sentences were ended with exclamation points.
Thank
So
you, Jody. And
that was very sweet of her.
We really appreciate the golf support all up and down Southeast Texas. Jody's really involved in Farm Bureau, and as a representative, she's been putting incubators in these schools for the
Yes.
incubation.
We have
and
that down where we are. Deanna Fox is in our area, and yes, that is a great. Being a school teacher,
Yeah.
being able to go through the halls and oh, we've got one hatching, and then hearing the little cheeps, cheep when they start going, and the kids just are like, "Is something wrong? Are they okay? Is it too hot?"
Yeah.
They watch the temperature and making sure the humidity is good. It's just.
Yeah, we incubate. We homeschooled for years, and we incubate, and then we don't incubate. And then we have a friend. She borrows the incubate. She probably has incubated more than me because I'm like, I'm real busy, and I forget about them. And
no.
chicks have to be tended to.
Yes.
Marty, he'll tell you he doesn't have livestock.
"That's not
He
my
has a
thing."
dog.
He's a dog
And
person.
he'll, the horses will be out, cow will be out. He'll be like, you probably should go see where your livestock went. So, yeah. If they know Marty, he don't have no livestock. That's his wife.
He's like, "No, I have a dog. It's right here beside me. I'm good."
Yep.
And there he is right there. He shed his vest.
I wondered how long that would stay on.
was
It
like,
is
wait.
not cold outside.
What?
You know, the first year we did this shootout, Jody Goff will tell you, we did it over the last 2 years over in the indoor soccer arena
I
in
heard about that.
Jasper. And it was good. It worked out. The lighting was poor. It was real narrow. But no temperature control. I think I sent my kids to the house to get me a heavy coat. Lied to a froze. Last year,
I've got a jacket in the car. And Scott was like, "I'll give you mine." I'm like, "No, I've got 2 shirts on. I have a long sleeve and a short sleeve, and it's really just my hands. And so you'll see me do this, or I'm putting my hands together, or putting them in between my legs, under my legs, whatever. But cold hands, warm heart, right?
Absolutely. Last year it was so hot in the soccer arena, the 2:00 flight voted to put the fans on. And we were holding off to put the fans on in terms of just being a regulated shoot and not having the arrows blown around. And finally, everybody's like, who cares? Please turn the fans on. So we do appreciate the Wesley Center here. We're at the big Methodist Church in Jasper, Texas. And this is like a banquet hall. There's a lot of banquets that happen here throughout the area. And it's a good venue. We're glad. We're really glad.
It really is. This is very nice in here. And for us to be up on the balcony and to where we can see more of the action that's going on without having people in front of us. I mean, we've got our screens and stuff, but we always have that. But we have a bird's eye view inside this area, and it's very nice. It's air conditioned. You've got a concession stand set up out here.
That is Helping Hands 4-H out of Jasper, Texas. Right. They were in charge of all the food. When Christy and I took this on as just two 4-H leaders, she said, how do you guys want to do food? I said, I don't. It's just another responsibility. And so
we can tell people that there are restaurants right down the road.
Oh my gosh, yes. They own Hamburger Depot, and it's amazing.
It was very good. We did have that for dinner last night. Very good. And they are one of the sponsors for this shoot. So we're very thankful for them.
So awards, belt buckles, 18 belt buckle shoot.
Now, how does that work? Are they boys and girls combined?
No, absolutely
they're
not.
Separated, male and females? Okay.
Yes, I believe in truly gender separation in terms of they're not the same. And USA Archery doesn't combine them. The United States Olympics doesn't combine them. And I do think in terms of being a coach of even young kids, it does a disservice to the little girls because the boys, even an 11-year-old boy is so much stronger than an 8, 9, 10-year-old
I can hear
girl.
my girl, what? No, I can think
well,
of
and I work construction, and I would like to say I'm as strong.
Yeah, I did too before teaching underground construction, water lines and sewer lines.
Oh,
so,
cool.
Yeah,
I'm an electrician by trade. So, but in that, a boy that can pull back a 70-pound bow is not the same as a girl that pulls back a 40-pound bow, and that arrow will get to that target faster, more accurate. And I just think it does a disservice. It really does.
I like having that split.
We have really fought that fight in 4-H too.
Yes.
That gender combining is very unfortunate in terms of 4-H, and I bleed green. Oh, I'm a 35-year alumni of 4-H, and I really seriously love 4-H in terms of community and what it does for these kids as a volunteer organization. And it's really disheartening to see things change in a sport that has been so traditional and really, really, truly, in terms of the 4-H itself, taught community and growth. The 4-H motto is to make the best better and to learn by doing. And so just really teaching them a lot of the core things. That's what I love about so many clubs are dual chartered. They've got 4-H and JOAD or USA Archery. And I was even telling a mom the other day, 4-H for the little kids is good because it's the practice, show up, it's the community, teamwork, learning what even a personal best is. It's not centered at all on competition. And we have a lot of kids that don't ever compete. They just enjoy coming to practice, learning, getting their 3 meetings in. And I'm cool with that, In fact, it's only been of 10 years, the last 3 years, that we've had a little group that wanted to compete and travel and stuff.
How many archers does your club have here this weekend?
Well, that's kind of a mixed thing. So we have a few. Our club supports 3 different counties, and so I can't really answer that right now. Okay. And that kind of gets into some things that I'm on the download about. But we have had up to 30 kids at our personal shoots. And so I have a senior in high school, and we played ball from November to February.
Basketball. I hear he got injured.
Yes. Oh, he broke his nose and went back out and played the hardest game of his life. And so
that made my knees weak hearing about that yesterday.
Oh, that kid. He hurt his foot and played the second best game of his life. But so we did archery as a project this year. And so we actually had several kids shoot throughout the fall that have been long-term shooters. And so we just started at the beginning of February, and we've had a couple practices and we get some meetings coming up and some big thing that's happening in terms of just a short project, a 3-month project this year, instead of where our family, it's always been just me and Marty, and then we've had different coaches come alongside. And you know, traditionally, though, we didn't even start out as an archery club. We started out as a rifle club.
Wow.
And
Well, that doesn't surprise me. So
COVID, I'm a rifle shooter, competitive rifle shooter. Can't hit the broadside of a barn, but loved it growing up. I'm social. I wanted the social aspect of 4-H. But COVID forced us to archery because we had a place we could shoot locally. So when they shut down our range to rebuild it while everybody was at home, and we were doing hot, heavy shotgun with several counties for 4-H and rifle. And so when they started redoing the range right on the Jasper-Newton line, Jasper's archery coach moved to Indiana during COVID. And so when we all came back...
That's quite a commute.
Yeah, our family actually moved them, their whole entire farm, 25 years of a farm.
Grief.
And Marty and I and our kids moved them. They were the sweetest family. We love them. We miss them. Hi to the Landrums if they're online. But that was their archery coach. And so we've known Nathan and Christy for years. So when we regrouped and started in the fall of 20, then we just knew them, and they all started coming and shooting with us. And then Nathan T just got certified this fall for Jasper again.
Good.
And they started practices while I was sitting in the basketball gym. So. And it's been open for our kids to come over and shoot with them just like they shot with us. And one thing about Newton and Jasper, you probably don't know this, but there's Newton and Jasper counties all over the United States. And it was two,
Really?
we'll have to ask Marty, it was two generals. And so they're always side by side.
Okay.
In the different parts of the states.
That's
or the
weird.
different throughout the United States, yeah. So
Is
I
there
think
a
there's a
reason
Newton,
for
Indiana.
that,
They were
or-
two generals in the Civil
Okay,
War.
yeah. That's what you were saying. Two generals, and that's cool. I
Yeah,
did
so
not
they're
know
usually
that.
side by side. But here, Newton and Jasper is physically only 14 miles away. And so where Jasper's like our main town, Newton's 2,500
Okay.
people. Jasper runs about 35,000, I think, 40,000. Nathan could tell us. And so... Of course, we would have the shootout over in Jasper because we do everything over here. I mean, we go to the grocery store here.
It's
you
over
know?
here.
Yeah.
You're going to the grocery store. It's over here.
Yeah.
Everything you do. Well, I was trying to look here to see some of the scores that we might already have to see who I know. Let's see. Miss Amy Booth has got a 73 right there. That's Scott's wife. No, I am not Scott's wife, by the way. So
That's Amy's friend Wendy that has to keep Scott lined out. We've figured that out.
I try my best, y'all. I try my best. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. So
That's what it is, I think, Wendy.
So it's really cool. And like I was telling people earlier, if you're looking at the scores and you want to see the ones that are coming on this morning, you're going to look towards the lower part of the list because the top ones are most likely people who have shot last night. So I am just scrolling through. We've got several that are coming in.
Our flight this afternoon is full. There
That's
are
what I heard,
48
too.
spots, and there are 48 archers.
Wow.
We Scott was trying to see if there was another spot for Ellie, and one of the kids had actually texted me they were sick, and so I was able to move Ellie. She wanted to shoot with her friend. But other than that, it's been really hard. Dallas Ware's husband, Dusty, had called. He wanted to get in. And when Jeff Dabney decided to help with us, I stuck Dusty in
his
Jeff's
spot.
spot. Yeah. And so the hot item is the Saturday afternoon flight.
See, we always like the morning just because instead of sitting around and not doing anything during the day. Now, of course, if we've got some other event in the morning, then we'll do an afternoon. But we do try to go ahead and we like to shoot in the mornings when we're fresh. But yeah.
I think it's the traveling, too. Even
Oh,
though we call it
absolutely.
the Southeast Texas Shootout, I think like 75% of these archers came from over 2 hours away.
I wouldn't doubt it.
So we had a good group last night too. It wasn't full, but I was shocked at how many people came from like the Woodlands and really out by you guys.
I was just wondering about that this morning. I was thinking about, whenever you get the numbers that come in, is it that more local people do
Absolutely
that first
not.
night? No.
Well, so when we started, we patterned this shoot off of Anderson County. Did it? Honeycutt's did it for 7 years before COVID.
Okay.
And so the very first year
I know them.
we started, we actually borrowed their stuff, duplicated their shoot, and just made it happen. And so she encouraged us to shoot our locals Friday night. Like our club kids, so they could
We've
get
done
in.
That too. Yep.
And that's what they did is then they ran the concession stand and all that. So even as they've aged out, I was on the phone with her the other day, and I was like, "How did we do this? I don't remember." And she did it so long, and she didn't have eyes on
girl
score.
right there.
She flawlessly, yeah. There's your daughter.
That was my girl right there.
So tell us about her bow.
Well, she has a Hoyt Prevail, and we just ordered a brand new bow for the. They are muted. So I'm gonna go ahead and put
Which
it on
one
because
is it?
of
Is this
Amy.
the mute?
But the one thing is, I don't know if that's Scott or if it's Amy. So.
So Scott,
Really? Really? I can't hear myself. There we go. Can we hear me now? I can't hear me.
I don't know. Can we hear you now?
I can hear. Yep.
I can hear you up here
Yeah,
without that on.
Can they hear you?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Oh,
Yes,
I can hear.
yes.
Turn
we can hear
turn
you
my
all
headset
clearly.
up. I'm number maybe 3 or 4. I don't know.
Yeah, I know you're 3 or 4, but keep talking.
Testing.
He's 4.
Okay.
The headset part.
Yeah,
Yep.
I know.
Okay, there we go. I can hear. No, you just turned me off. There we go.
See, this is what you need.
We need to change this screen because all I see is Wendy, but we don't see ourselves.
Aw.
So I might have to change that. But
Do you like a picture-in-picture?
yeah.
That's it
Yeah.
when we go to
Yeah.
picture-in-picture.
I'll fix it. I'll
How's
fix
it
it
going,
later.
Amy?
It's going good. My practice went really good, and then I not quite as good for my first couple of rounds, but still decent. And then I think this time I was all in the yellow, I think.
Hey,
Wow,
that's
there we go.
awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, we were talking about how sweet you are and how kind you are to put up with that one that's sitting next to you.
As I walk in, somebody's like, "Hey, Whitney's explaining to everybody that her and I are not married."
Well, because I was talking about Amy shooting and went over her score and said that's Amy Booth. Oh, that's Scott's wife, and we've got
There
her
she
target
is.
up right now.
Oh,
Well, we
man.
did have Amy's target up right now. Yeah, it looks like it could be a 10 and 2 9s, possibly.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. There it is, right there.
Yep.
All right.
Good
So that
job,
would be
Amy.
awesome.
Yay. Tell us about your bow, Amy. What are you shooting?
Ooh.
It's a
What am I
Sebastian.
shooting? I have
It's
no
a
idea.
Sebastian
it's blue.
flute.
It's blue.
It's blue.
It's beautiful.
It's the Evo version, and then we got her some carbon. What was it? The carbon fiber limbs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we had
There you go.
we had the spoiler.
Are you left-handed or right-handed, Amy?
I'm right-handed. Yeah. Right-handed, left-eyed. But I got to go score.
Yep.
All right.
right.
Bye, Amy.
Bye.
So are you standing down there, Scott?
I don't know. I came in. You guys are on, so I was like, you know what? I'll jump on here and see if they
It
can see
was
me.
so
I'm like,
weird.
I'm like waving.
I'm
like,
used. I can see you waving, and I'm so used to us having the backdrop behind us, and I'm like, wait a minute, where's Scott?
He forgot it.
Is it a?
I know. I should have brought the Texas.
Is this
I didn't
a,
forget it. I was like, I didn't think I needed it.
I think it was the 900 calls where we were trying to get our act
Yeah.
together. You know.
And
And
now
I
I
was
know.
like, is this a recorded? Did he record that? Is that something recorded over there? It took me a full minute to realize what was going on.
That he
so-
sat down there. You didn't know that he sat down
Yeah,
there.
I
Right,
didn't.
right.
So they're right directly below us is
Yes.
the interview booth. So we have no idea unless they pop up on the camera who's down there.
Yep.
So rope some people over there to interview them, Scott, while
Amy
you're down
says
there.
that there's a couple kids. They didn't think that this was ready to go.
Oh,
Where's Dabney at? He should be running that.
Where is Dad?
I don't know.
Is he
He's
behind
not
me?
here.
Well,
Didn't
him and
he
I
go
went to
with
go.
you?
So, side note, we went to go look at a trailer, and so now we have a trailer. No, we have a. We're gonna
We
have
have a trailer
We
now.
have a trailer now, which is gonna be really cool. Instead of we have to rent something every time we go.
you know what we need? See that logo behind you? It says Raising an Archer Live. We need to have that plastered on
Oh,
the
I know.
side.
I'm already thinking Molly. Oh,
Wrap
Molly.
it.
would
Okay,
love
all
Yeah,
right.
we may
Wrap it.
Yep.
Wrapping it would be cool.
We have a trailer that needs wrap too.
Wrap it up, Scott.
Wrap it up. We'll
Wrap
do
it
something
up.
really cool with it.
Surely we've got someone in the archery family who does wrapping.
There's a place I keep seeing
Oh,
a truck in
give me a
Kirbyville.
beat, give me a
Beaumont does
beat.
a
I can start
wrap.
this
Not
thing.
that kind of wrapping. Remember,
Don't
okay,
tell
his-
Josiah.
his-
He'll be over there in a
His
second.
know.
mute button is right there. Okay.
Yeah. Is it Talk Scott?
Talk.
See, I've already trained Cheryl
Yeah.
where it's at. And then
Here,
where
do
is
you have
our-
the beep? Do you have the beep? Can you
I'm
do the beep?
looking for the beep. Oh, well, that's not it right there.
Which one is the beep?
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Here, time it perfect. Like, is a. She gets
Remember,
on
it's
my.
linked to your Facebook.
It's okay. So Chrissy did create a Southeast Texas Shooting Sports Facebook, and I guess she told me last week. I didn't know, so I accepted the invite today. I'm an admin. on it.
An admin.
Well, yeah, Jeff helped me right before I sat down in this chair.
Jeff
So-
did a good job. I was looking at the cabling job. I mean, we got
You
a bunch
didn't
of
see
cables
it
here.
yesterday?
No, I didn't come down here. He handled it all. I was taking care of everything up there.
Remember, I said he was doing his little camera thing while we were down there.
Camera thing. Yeah, I was stripping.
I mean, I was
Knowing-
down there and I could see. I mean, you were sitting right there, and Jeff was on a ladder and
Yeah.
tying up cables.
Yeah, like Jeff was a huge help. Like I wouldn't be able to get this done without him. So it was pretty awesome that he came in and helped us get this going. We learned a few things. A few things that we did different this time. I was telling Wendy, like in the past, we have these big lights that we have to, make us.
So normally we've got them on stands here. They're bigger and they're on pedestals. What do you call them? Pedestals? Tripods?
Yeah, tripods. And these things popped up during like Amazon special, like the Cyber Monday.
Like
and
the
I was like,
$29 tablets, Scott.
yeah. And so I went ahead and ordered them, thinking, well, are these going to be any good? Man, these things are awesome.
And I'm like, I don't know. They're little, but no, they are great.
Yeah, I'm like blinded up here, the reflection off my
You
glasses.
get used to it.
Here, let me help you where I can
There we
see a
go.
little
There
bit
you go.
more.
And so that though they just took up so much room, and we didn't really have anywhere for them. And then the other thing was monitors. Like monitors
This
were.
used to be larger, way larger. These two used to
We
be.
had like 27-inch monitors that we would travel with. It's just too much.
You would take
Well,
one person to carry the monitor.
Technology is amazing in terms of. I was even checking this out. I told Scott I've done church media for almost 20 years, and you did when the HDMI TVs came out. Then you're like, oh, that's a great monitor, and now you just hook these little screens to the side of your computers, and you have fold out
Right?
Yeah.
monitors.
Ooh, I need one of those for work.
Yeah.
Yeah, check them out
tell
on
me about that.
Amazon.
Like these monitors are just, they're so
They literally
small.
clip on like
Yeah.
this on the side
Wow.
of your computers.
Pretty good. Amy, did you have some people that wanted to talk? Do you have anybody that wanted to
Oh,
interview?
hey, hold on. So Jody says that she knows a girl, Royal Bee Threads. So I just gave a shout out there. And she says that Joe has her info. Scott.
Okay. Oh, after saying.
Oh, for
Not
the
even
for the
paying
vinyl of the
attention.
trailer.
Yes.
That's
Scott,
somebody
we've already
said-
got your vinyl done.
Yep.
Oh, sweet.
Joe has her info.
Joke
Perfect.
off.
All right. All right, we'll do it.
Royal Bee
Bee
Threads.
Threads.
Jody, I think those aren't they in Lufkin or Nacogdoches? Maybe. Jody will tell us.
Yeah. As she's driving, she's
Yeah.
watching and messaging.
So we're waiting. The kids that want to interview want to wait until they actually get an X.
Oh,
Then they'll come talk to us.
Well, let's see.
One thing yesterday, what was the little girl, like once she started talking to us, she got X's every end at that
Yes,
point.
yes.
Because she knew we had the camera
Was
on
that
her.
Kira?
Yes, it was Kira. Yep.
They're in Alto. Alto.
Alto.
I don't know what
Yeah,
that is.
that's up by Rusk.
either.
Alto
Oh,
is
yeah.
kind
I
of
know where
going
Rusk
towards
is.
Rusk
That's
and
Rusk is over
Palestine.
Palestine. That's right
Yeah.
over where we could hit that easy
Yep.
because we have some property out in Elkhart.
Yep.
It'd be perfect.
You have to
Great
actually
run.
instead of like when I drive that road, you can either go to Alto or Elkhart to go to Palestine. They're just right next to each other almost.
Oh, there you go. That would be convenient.
Off of 287.
Convenient. Now we got to figure out how just to get it back. Actually, I found somebody that can bring it tomorrow to us if we don't have somebody bringing it today. But Either way, we're not in a big hurry for it.
I might bring it when I come next week. I'm going to be in your house for
Yeah,
the Wendy
so
and Cheryl show next Sunday.
I'll have to update the little. You know what? I should just go update it right now. I have our little.
Well,
Wendy and
spell my
Cheryl.
name
Fun
right.
note.
Do I
Fun
have I been
note,
misspelling
I
it?
have not even been told about the shoot next weekend. So
It is Sunday, right? I think that
I
Well,
would
I'm not
know.
there. We're not doing live. Well, because we're Amy and I are going to be in Uganda. Because we're
for
going
your mission
we're going on a
trip.
missions trip.
Wow.
We leave on Saturday for Uganda for 10 days to do a mission trip there.
That's
Very
exciting.
Nice.
So that's why we're not going to be there.
Maybe
Well, I
that's
guess
why
it
I
could
wasn't
have been
told
the
about.
Wendy and
You
Cheryl
could have been
show.
with me.
Yeah.
He just
Could have
didn't
been.
think ahead,
We could still set it up this
Rude.
week. We could have it ready to roll.
It is Sunday, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So we had not signed up for it. We do ministry.
Yeah, I wasn't signed
And
up for it
so,
because I don't know about it.
Yeah, so that's actually the Montgomery County. Is it Winter
It's called the Gulf Coast Shootout or something like that.
Gulf Coast Shootout? That's right. And they were looking for sponsors. Southeast Texas Shooting Sports is sponsoring them. I talked to Jennifer Childress earlier this week.
What's the acronym for that?
S.E.T.X
Thank you.
Shooting Sports, based out of Jasper, Texas.
Okay.
But yeah, so we had talked to Jennifer Childress a few
These
weeks
two?
ago about it,
There you
and
go.
so part
Hold
of
on.
our
All right, we've got a couple coming up here.
part of our
I
goals.
just muted him because
Yeah.
whenever they start moving the microphones
talking
around,
talking.
it gets very loud. Lots of clacking around and everything. So
Part of our goals in Southeast Texas Shooting Sports is to put back into these clubs. And so it's a nonprofit. We don't want to make profit. We want to either help clubs get equipment or sponsors or whatever we can do to just
all right,
give
no
back.
name calling.
Okay.
I believe
What
the
are their
gentleman
names?
on the left, you are actually shooting this morning, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Oh, both of you are. Okay, awesome. And what are your names?
I'm Hayden.
I'm Parker.
Hayden
Yeah.
and Parker. Okay, what kind of bows do you guys shoot?
We shoot, is it
It's
Bear
bare
or-
bow, recurve bow.
one
Bare
or the
bow
other?
recurve. Well,
Yeah.
it does say bare bow recurve.
Yeah.
So,
So that's what it is. Yeah.
awesome.
They're both. You guys are both intermediates.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
How long have y'all been shooting?
We
we s-
started,
In September, I
yeah,
think.
September.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow. This
Look.
past year?
they're relatives.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. Y'all both have the same last name. Is that why you two are calling each other names?
Yep.
Yeah.
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 I'm sure you love each
Yeah.
other.
Oh, come on now.
You know, I tell my boys, get along now. You'll be best friends later on in life, and
I
they
try
think
to
that's
tell
crazy.
my son and daughter that, and it does not go over well. So,
Yeah.
are you guys having fun?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yeah.
Awesome. And you're out of Orange County, is that right?
Mhm. Yes, ma'am.
All
I
right.
don't pay attention, so I have no clue.
So, how are you? You guys are 4-Hers?
Evidently, you live in
Yeah.
Orange
Yeah.
County, so
Yeah.
let's go with that.
So yeah, we do 4-H, Orange County Archers. He's the president, and I'm the treasurer for our club. So
So he
that's
makes
fun.
the rules, and you run the money.
Nope, I just sit
kind
there
of,
and
but
No, you,
I
did they
mean,
get you a gavel?
I just sit there.
Then
Yeah,
you
he does
need a
get one. He
gavel
does get
for
one.
your
I do have a
presidency.
gavel.
You
That's
keep
right.
everything running smoothly.
Yeah.
Robertson's Rule of Order. You got to do the parliamentarian procedure.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
I've seen that book
I
so many
think
times.
we have to pull
All
our
right,
arrows.
guys.
All right,
Yes,
yeah.
go score.
Okay.
Good luck today and have fun.
thank you.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
All right. that was
It's funny
fun.
when siblings,
Oh,
you know.
absolutely.
I wish they could understand they'll be each other's best friends when they're grown, you know.
That's one thing that I'm always telling my kids. I need to know that when I die, that you two will have each other.
You know, we were going to just have Luke. And then at the time, my mom was making some end-of-life decisions for my grandparents. And I told Mari, I said, this would be bad. He would have no sibling to discuss this with.
So we decided to
Yeah, so
have
then we
another
Josiah,
child so
and he was
could
not
make
going to be the
end-of-life
last.
decisions.
That's the personality you do not end with.
Oh, no.
And then there's Bristol, and you guys didn't even know, but the little girl shooting the recurve last night was ours also.
Oh, my
Yeah,
goodness.
down there, and just I was watching her in the podcast, and she shot her personal best last
Aw.
night, and. So a lot of people don't even know we have Bristol, and she'll be going places with me, and they're like, "And who are you?" I'm like, "Oh, I have another kid, so
She's mine too.
Yeah, she's our silent, quiet type.
So Dallas, are you guys here? Are you on the way? It says good morning. Well, good morning to you.
She's not stirring chickens if she's online.
Those rotten chickens.
So they're just over, well, they'll be 9-10 days old today. So she's still in that. They're little.
Not miss that.
Wake them every 4 hours so they eat and drink. That's the whole chicken chore right there for the first.
Nope.
You know, it's funny though. Chickens is the shortest project, and I feel
Do you
like the
think
worst
so?
project.
It's definitely the
Well,
worst.
it's 45 days is all.
Yeah.
Well, some places are 41 days. As Dallas said the other day, the last week is where they grow the most, you know.
But then what was terrible is that after you pick your 4, then you've got to process the other 75, 85 that are left. And I was always gone for those days. My parents would get some of the senior ladies from church to, that were experts at it. And the smell of just boiling them to where you can pluck the feathers, that was awful.
So if you did that in the 90s, there probably wasn't this fancy plucker. We have this lady that...
And it was actually late 80s. Because
Late
I
80s,
graduated
early
in
90s.
91.
Okay, so you're just a little bit older than Marty and I. We graduated in the mid-90s. And so now
Look
we
how
have this...
nicely you said that.
I know, yeah. Well, it's because Josiah
Scott
said
would have
last
totally
night...
run off with that.
I watched the feed. Josiah said last night his daddy was 50, and he just turned 48 last week. And I told all our friends the night before his birthday, I said, text Marty happy 50th in the morning. And he walked in the house midday, and he goes, did you tell everybody I turned 50 today? I said, have you been getting text messages all morning?
You might ought to watch the feed.
He
might
knew.
ought to watch
I
the
said,
recording.
it was actually Christy. She was on speakerphone when Marty walked in, and she goes, Marty's not 50. Why do you want me to text him? And he looked at me, and he goes, did you text all these people? I said, yes, tell Marty happy 50th.
We are going for that 50th birthday party later, didn't you know?
I just thought it was hilarious. He says all the time he's old. You're only 48. You're not even 50 yet, you know?
I had a student the other day who looked at me and she was trying to get at me and, you know what, Miss Cook, you look like you're 50 years old. And I said, you know what? That is such a nice thing to say because I just turned 50.
It's wonderful. Yeah, it's better than when they're little and they're like, are you 95?
Yeah.
Little kids have no concept. No concept.
And then I had a student elope the other day and took off for the back fence of the school. And,
I thought you meant elope like got married.
Oh, no. Like, we call it elopement when they take off and run. And
that's a runner where we live,
yeah.
you know?
Well, that's what we say, too. Runner. But,
got a runner.
Yeah.
An escapee.
I grabbed my radio and took off running. And whenever I came back, one of my students says, wow, I didn't know a 50-year-old could run that fast.
Well, we live in Southeast Texas, and where I'm from in Wyoming, there's only one prison in the state of Wyoming. And here, there's all these private prisons. And so when I moved down here, I asked Marty, I said, why, there's all these signs on the highway that say don't pick up inmates or don't pick up hitchhikers.
Don't pick up
and he's
hitchhikers.
like, he worked at the prison in Newton, and it was a private prison. And he's like, they get out. And they're on the highways up and down. I'm like, dude, what?
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units down where we live.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And you guys are actually down south of
We
Houston.
are, yes. So we're in Brazoria County, and we have 6 units down there. So,
yeah.
Nice. And so, yes, I'm very familiar with the sign of do not pick up
I had no
hitchhikers.
idea. And the main Wyoming detention center was in my hometown, and I had no idea that hitchhiking was a thing.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Hey there.
getting out of the This is Mason Ritter from Jasper County. Mason, how
What's
you
happening,
doing?
Mason?
Good. How are you?
Good. So, friend, what are you doing today? Because I saw you when we were checking in this morning.
Right. I'm helping with the concession stand and helping people today. I shot yesterday.
Yep. And how'd you do?
I got 490.
490. Awesome. So is that your personal best or
Yes,
right up there?
ma'am.
Oh, wow. Very cool. Okay. So what kind of bow did you shoot?
It's a compound aided
Nice. What brand?
bear.
Bear. Okay. Awesome.
Like
Fully-
BEAR.
Yeah, right. Not a bear bow,
do it,
but
Mason,
a.
like you shoot like a bear instead of a Genesis.
All right.
So he's a relatively new shooter.
Really?
Mason, is this your third year or your second year?
My second year.
second year. Okay. Now you're used to this.
Well,
You're
we
good.
watched him last year really come along, and he actually helped us set up a bunch of this yesterday. And oh wow,
Are you on second? Oh wait, you shot
we
yesterday.
we enjoyed watching Mason shoot yesterday.
Okay,
but
Josiah.
I
are
just shot 3
very
X's.
thankful.
Nice.
Or X and 9. I don't know yet. It's good though. I know that.
Yeah, well, between 3 X's, that would be 3 10s. But if you had a 9, so if that is
It's
your
either
target
3
right there, that is 3. It's 2 10s and a 9.
Dang it.
Well,
Dude,
it's all
you
right.
should have
That's still a
practiced.
good-
That's all I could
Oh,
say.
Okay, I
wow.
actually practiced. The most I've ever practiced was for this shoot and Houston.
Yeah,
So,
he practiced 6 days instead of just 2. You know.
yeah, for real.
Mom is not
Houston, I
cutting you
practiced
any
for 4.
I
slack.
don't cut any of my kids slack. They don't, and they don't cut me slack.
How do you guys like shooting? Because right now we've got an adult on the screen. How do you guys like shooting alongside of the adults?
It's definitely a fun experience. You know, it's able because you can kind of just share knowledge off of each other. You know,
I
like
love
there's
that.
there's a man. His name's William Kidd. He's on my bow, and we were just
Uh-huh.
kind of talking.
The man,
You know?
this guy, what
I
target
saw
is he on?
him. I saw Mr. Kidd checking in this morning. So that's very cool to see. And what was really neat about that experience, and I don't know, I'm probably just zoned out. There's Parker waving and another
Yeah.
friend back there. So what was cool about that experience of watching the 2 families check in, it was 2 dads and 2 sons. So it was a family experience for them today, and just love seeing that happen. We have seen that so many times just from last night to this morning of families shooting together, and that's something that a lot of people don't think about, that well, I've got to go, be with my kid today as they
Yeah.
shoot. My own family was that way. I would go and I was mom. And
There you go,
but-
Cole. I'll be back.
all right, go, Josiah.
I'm
But
gonna go help.
what? You're leaving us?
I'll be right back.
What's up with that, people?
We just lost our. Did I just scare him off?
Mason isn't even shooting. He just wants to be there.
Yeah. So I've got Dallas that says she's over here by Huntsville.
They're on their way. Better late than never, Dallas. You're missing all the fun.
Better late than never. Their
This
line
could
starts
have been the
at 2.
Cheryl and Dallas and Wendy show.
Oh my
She's
gosh,
about
that would
as
be a hoot.
entertaining.
Yes.
That's what we need to do next week. Scott will leave and never get back on camera.
He'll find a way to turn us off from Uganda.
Well, only if we let him.
Dallas says they're on their way.
We're
Awesome.
excited about Dallas. I was telling Dallas the other night. So their son Cole, they had posted on the anniversary of our first shootout. So that was on February 19th of 2022. And what had happened is it was our biggest pod of archers, and we all tried to get into the Houston Livestock Show, and it failed and it was closed.
Hey, I just found out, and so Christy's on here. So Mason got off because he is helping the juniors score.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
so
thank you,
he's
Christy, for
helping the
updating
kiddos. I
us.
see him down
we
there.
can still give him, and that's Isaac Teague down there also with his back to us. That's Nathan Christy's son, and he's helping.
Very cool.
So February 19th of 2022, we had tried back in 1st of November, October to get into Houston, and we had a humongous group. And our extension agent, Emily, that was here last night, I had opened it up, checked registration, put my Luke in. It filled in 48 hours, and Luke was the only one in.
Oh, my goodness.
And so I actually, when we figured out nobody else, Jasper and Newton, we were shooting. There was, I think, 35 of us, and we couldn't get in. So I pulled Luke, and to his disgruntlement, I think that changed archery for him. No. So we decided we actually just we found out a whole bunch of other clubs couldn't get in. So we
Yes.
held the shootout. And it was cool because while all our people were in Houston, we were all in Jasper. And we just became, and that's when we met Dallas and
Yep.
Regina Hughes and
Yep.
Scott and just, I think Jennifer Childress, Cindy Smith, a lot of 4-H moms, club managers. And it's been neat to just kind of pod together.
Speaking of 4-H moms, my bestie, we have been more like sisters than friends for about 45 years now. She is online and says, "Good morning. Hey, I saw your text."
So who is she?
Stephanie Munson. So,
Okay.
I mean, we've even taken best friend pictures together.
Oh,
and,
good.
Yeah, in school.
Fun.
Our kids are really close in age. She has a senior, I have a junior, I have a sophomore, and then she has a freshman.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, that's fun. That's how Erin Evans, who's Braden shot with Luke last night. Her 3 kids are all 1 year, same gender, behind mine.
So if y'all hear anybody saying Luke, it is not my Luke. It is her Luke.
My
that-
Luke, yeah.
We interviewed her Luke last night. So
And he'll be here in a little while. He's tending to his show pigs.
yep.
so-
And then I hear he's going to be a runner for you today.
Oh, yes. He's going to get us food at some point. I guess Scott, he needs to let us know what we're all getting for food.
I don't know. They're working on their microphones. Looks like we have somebody new down there.
Mason,
with
who do you
us.
have with you?
My name's Brentley.
Brentley. All right, Brentley. And do you shoot compound?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
I thought so. I heard your name and then I saw your name on the scores. So
he's
Brentley,
on 90.
How old are you?
12.
You are 12. As you get older, you just start forgetting things and your age just gets younger. All right. So where are you from?
Bridge City, Texas.
Bridge City, Texas. Now
So
tell me
that's
a little
Orange
bit.
County also.
Orange
Yes.
County, okay. All right. So I remember going through there whenever I was helping after, what was it, Hurricane Rita, I think it was. And it
That's
was-
where the Rainbow Bridge is, the big tall bridge.
all right.
Yeah.
Rainbow Bridge normally means when our animals was like, hold on, what Rainbow Bridge? This is Amy Booth.
crossing over.
Yeah. Oh, nice shot right there. That looks like it could be a 10.
It looked like a line breaker. It did.
Yeah.
Go back to Amy's
a
target
jar
for a second.
liquor. Have you ever heard of that?
Oh,
jar
yeah,
liquor?
jar liquor, yeah. What's a little bit bigger arrow in diameter. Definitely a line breaker.
Right.
What bail was it?
She is on 6, I believe. 6A. That's Mr. Scott's wife.
Let's see it.
And then that looks like it's probably a 9.
It's-
Another liner.
Yeah, it's a line breaker. Man, she likes living on the edge a little
Right?
bit.
All right. So, Brentley, how's it going? How's your shooting going?
Pretty good. Better than my last shoot.
Oh, awesome. Anytime you can say that, it's always a good
Go
thing.
to the archer next to Amy, towards
many points you got?
towards the right.
Well, like
Oh, we come off. Never mind.
150 or something.
150.
150. All right.
That's good.
So, what's your favorite thing about archery?
That it's one of the best things I can do, and it's not that hard as long as you know what you're doing.
Awesome. Well, how did you learn what to do?
My dad used to work at a local archery shop.
Is
right.
that Precision Archery there in Bridge
Yes.
City?
Yes.
We love those guys. I think Hunter is one of their bow techs there, and he's
Yes.
shooting with us this afternoon.
All right. Do you guys have
That's
to go
where-
score?
Yes.
All right. Thanks for talking to us.
They're shooting.
Oh, we got the next line? Yep. You've got
Oh, you're
your
second?
bottom
Okay.
He's
line.
got to go shoot.
Oh, he has to go
yeah.
shoot.
Stop line.
Brentley
All
better get
right.
over there.
Brentley's like, well, I
And there's
let's
Dawson
rather
and
talk.
William Kidd in the green. And Jacob Goff again.
And precision archery is one of the best.
This gentleman, when the tall gentleman is
Which one? Because to me, they
Stephen
both look about the
Evans from
same.
Polk County.
Okay, with the green towel.
Yes, and he was telling me he's an outfitter out of Montana and Wyoming, and they just moved to kind of outside of Lufkin, but over the Angelina line to what did he tell me? I'm looking here. Anyways, they moved down here for the weather.
For the
So
weather.
I'm from up north. And
I
it's
would
cold.
have thought, oh yeah, but I would have thought up there that would have been awesome. I do
Yeah,
not
it
like hot,
is.
muggy. I like cold, dry.
I know, I don't. And this bipolar weather outside is craziness. My animals don't like to be freezing wet cold for 2 days and then about to have a heat stroke for 2 days in the winter.
Yeah,
Don't
just
like
now,
the weather. Just wait 10 minutes. Oh, what's up,
I
Josiah?
almost just ran on time. I was just firing out whenever the buzzer came off. That was
I
bad.
heard that. What did they say?
Dad said that was my only warning, but I was just trying to take my time. It was hard.
Okay, all right.
yeah.
Having a hard time getting that release to
I
go
think we
off.
should concentrate on shooting, Josiah.
I had a few.
But you know,
times.
Dad, he could kick me off that line.
He will. He don't cut you no slack.
Of course, you're his son. He's gonna cut you slack.
No.
No, he's not.
Not even on first
My
year.
kids
I'm
better
also a
own
little
their
worried about
actions.
Jacob because there's 10 seconds left and he's still shooting that arrow. No, he just got done. We're good.
Yeah, he just got
Yeah, he got his
I don't
warning
think
earlier.
you got to worry about Jacob. He's busy about worrying about himself.
right.
All right, bye, guys.
Bye.
You know, Jacob and Josiah have shot together all these years, and it's fun to see. They both went from just starting out and just kind of loving it as a hobby, and they both got bows this last year.
Yeah.
Scott really helped them out, and it's neat. In fact, when Jody was telling me that they were going back and forth on Sundays to Texas Archery, I just think that's awesome.
Yeah, because that's quite a drive. So thankful that they do make it down there. It's an hour and a half drive from my house to the shop. So,
Yeah.
but when
It's
you
like just over 2.5 hours for them. They're about 30 minutes further than us. So they live in San Augustine, which is about 45 miles north of here. And in talking about livestock, so Jacob Goff shows rabbits too.
Yeah.
And he does horse shows. Jody did horse shows growing up. And
That's-
so
Stephanie that's on here, that's what she did. She was doing horse shows as long as I can remember. As long as I was showing cattle, she was showing horses.
yeah. So we're in these rocking chairs. I know you guys
know.
see
Oh my
us
gosh, it
going
was
back
so-
and forth. And they were
Yes.
in folding chairs last night.
And I was okay with that. Scott kept going.
Yeah, but you guys are going to
my
sit for like
bottom
8
hurts.
hours.
My bottom hurts. I'm having it.
I
my
love
body
these
goes like,
chairs,
oh my gosh,
and
just settle down.
I feel bad the one you're in is all tore up, but
I didn't know it was tore up until you said something a while
I
ago.
take it
had no
everywhere
clue.
with me, and our better one is in my deer stand, though. So I wasn't going to
I
get
told
it.
him, I said, man, give me a little stool over here. And he's like, look, there's one
know.
right over there. I was like, I just sit over here. And at one time he says, hey, are you there? He like put his hand in front. I was like, he said, are you zoning out? I was like, maybe, maybe just a little.
Let's see about Mr. Harrington down there. Do your camera up on camera 2. Go up on camera 2. Let's see what he thinks about this line. Marty Harrington.
Look, he's looking.
Look, wave at look at the eye camera, Marty.
Hey, he's looking at us. You can look at the camera there.
Look at the camera. Look forward.
Or look, he's like, what?
Yeah.
There you are. Hey, Marty, how's it going?
He's our line judge. That's the one Josiah just said his daddy gave him a warning. So
So the reason why he got a warning was because he was on the line, and we do have clocks that are down on the floor, and you have to release before the buzzer goes off. And so as a judge, we look to see when the motion of your hand or whatever kind of release. So if you're doing a finger release, if you're whatever kind of release you are using, even if you're just using fingers, the motion of your fingers, is it moving before the sound goes off? We do not look at the clocks.
look at
because-
him giving the what for. Like he's telling them, hey, Josiah, this is not going to happen again. You know, you
Did
guys
you
did the
see what-
voiceover. Yes. Scott screen recorded it and sent it to me last night.
Yes, we did a voiceover. Cheryl and Jeff were over on the other side of the balcony, and we just look over it. So we just had to do
Like
it.
he's still telling him, no, you will not.
And,
no.
and you are on camera. You know that
Look,
your mama
Josiah
just
thinks
said.
it's funny, and
He's like, your
I'm
your
telling
mama,
you.
your mama just made me look at the camera, and she was talking to us, and she told us, you know, they can see you up there, so you are not going to
right.
release late, or else it will be
That's
a miss.
right.
And
well, and you know, it's kind of even funny in our life. I think Josiah told y'all last night about me whipping them constantly.
yes, you point
I
to your
am
belt,
the
you touch your
heavy-
belt.
I am the heavy in our household as
Me
far as I
too.
homeschooled for years, but it was consistent. I have these strong-willed boys that are strong-willed as I am. And then Marty, he is quiet, soft-spoken, but I'm telling you, he can raise his eyebrow like this.
And they're like,
And my kids are a whole different person. I'm like, hold up. I just spent 18 hours being on purpose and on point. And their daddy walks in the door. And I'm like,
raise the eyebrow.
yeah. So I told him one day, I heard this sermon, and this pastor was like, every now and then I have to get my kids under control. My wife, she's good. She's the heavy. He said, but sometimes I'm like, don't you talk to my wife that way.
Yeah.
And so I told him one day, I said, you need to tell our kids that. And he goes, they don't respond to sternness.
Oh.
I'm like, hold up. So he did. He come in the room. I was getting on to Josiah one night, and he goes, don't you talk to my wife that way.
Yeah.
No, they're fun. We have enjoyed it. I know Marty's background is we love shooting sports. We went in the early 2000s before Rita. We did a business plan. We wanted to open an indoor shooting range in Newton as a business and really cater to law enforcement, widows, concealed.
Right.
But I grew up in a shooting league, an indoor shooting league, rifle and pistol, and loved it in terms of it snows 10 months out of the year in Wyoming. And I just think that climate control wise would be amazing. Indoor shooting range.
Oh, yeah.
There's some in Houston, but they're not that common. So for him to move through, he's got all the certifications, but muzzle loading. And that's actually, I loved to shoot 4-H muzzle loading growing up. It's my favorite. And, but
That's something I've never done.
traditional muzzle loading
No.
is great. It's so much fun. But so he recently went and got his USA Archery Level 2 certification so we can dual charter, and just loves it and really, really enjoys coaching and during the kids. He likes to reload. He's gunsmith our whole entire marriage, and has a great background in shooting sports in terms of just loving it, but had never shot competitively till he met me, and we would go to the range when we're at home. And I grew up with a shooting range in my basement.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And
All
so
right.
very, very accustomed to the sport of shooting, where he was just all about the guns and firearms and trading. We're Southeast Texas. It's the good old boy. Let's trade,
And as I was saying before I left to go help,
Oh, Mason's
Precision.
back.
yes, ma'am. And as I was saying before I left, precision archery is like one of the best places I go to get my arrows.
And
Like,
you
they're
said that's
nice
in
and-
Bridge City, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yep.
That's like one of the best places I go. I love that place.
Very good. Everybody has to have a home when it comes to archery. You need that
Right.
place that you can go to, Botex you can trust, places that can get you the equipment you need, people who will give you the gift of knowledge
Right.
to be able to shoot. Yep.
Well, and precision archery is actually where a lot of us go, and it's so far away. We have kids from our club that'll kind of make phone calls and be like, "Hey, does anybody need anything? Or
We're
can you get me some
going.
arrows
Yes,
if
yes.
you go?"
Right.
And I think you guys are the same way in the Jasper Club. If Chrissy and Nathan go,
Yes,
do
ma'am.
you get stuff, Mason, or
Yes,
vice
ma'am.
versa?
They offered it to us. Mr. Nathan did because he was going to Bridge City. He offered it, but we had plans to go, so he was offering to help. It's a really nice club out here.
Yeah, and I'm excited when Hunter gets here this afternoon. I don't have my 5 o'clock flight up here. He is their Botec. I talked to him, or 2 o'clock, not 5 o'clock, 5 o'clock last night.
Woo! Are we staying
2
another night?
o'clock. I called Precision Archery and invited them in terms of that this is their shop shoot in terms of like geographical locations. So.
Yes, ma'am.
Very cool.
So this boy is.
See, we got Angelina County on his shirt.
Yes, this is Lane Laswell, and we got to visit with the mama a little bit. They are from Angelina County. Angelina County has their fair next week, and they're doing a 3D outdoor shoot on Monday, open to the public. So
ma'am.
their 4-H agent, they have an actual 4-H county agent, and that's Ryan Merrill. And he's done a lot. He's their certified archery coach. And
And the
is it Christy? Nope, it's not Christy. I'll have to think about her name, but they have a good up-and-coming archery club. We're really excited to see good things out of Angelina.
And then with the 3D shoots, I love them. Last time I went, I got 3rd place. I was 2 points away from getting 1st place. So
That was a tight match.
Right. Yes, ma'am. The people that were ahead of me are just 1 point ahead of me.
I think Jody Goff can correct me if I'm wrong on this, but shout out to Texas Parks and Wildlife. St. Augustine got a complete grant for 25 3D targets, $1 short of $25 target or 25 targets, 3D targets.
Wow.
And so that's actually what Angelina as a county, they kind of share all this.
Nice.
And so that's kind of cool that there's the Parks and Wildlife grants too. Friends of the NRA, Parks and Wildlife.
It's awesome to have all of the support.
Absolutely.
You know, things like this wouldn't be able to go on, much less even get started. We've heard about the NASP program, the National Archery in Schools program, and how to get those started in schools, which I was thinking it was so much more money, but, you know, it was
Not
like
at
a couple
all.
of thousand, and they get a whole set of bows, not one bow, but bows. And to get kids started in something, and it was really cool to think about that kids that may not you know, be able to be in all these other sports, whether it be because of cost or because they just that's not their thing, or they weren't good at it, or they thought they weren't good at it, they were able to start something and belong to something.
Yes.
And to see, and they still
Community.
had all the same things of the no pass, no play, everything that went along with it. And so it was such, when we interviewed the president of NASP, to hear how that program is and what they do, the support that they give, was just truly amazing. I did not know any of that until going after that interview, and to hear that man's passion. Oh my word! It was contagious. I was on the end of my seat. What? You know, it was strange.
I think that was part of our
look at all
why.
the comments that we've had.
Yeah,
So sorry.
I think part of
There,
our
his pet
why
peeve with me.
also is these kids, you know, like Newton is a huge football town, and why I'm not anti-football, I just don't have an NFL player.
Right.
And
right.
so I knew we had really good friends that went to college on shooting sports scholarships.
Yeah.
And so even when Luke was born, Marty and I had a lot of conversations about that would be something in terms of a poorer county, and just our why is the kids. I could walk away tomorrow as long as the kids still, because I'm shocked at how many they do hunt, but they don't even know the choice is a full ride scholarship
Right.
to school. And there
Right.
are over 26 colleges in the state of
Yes.
Texas, and probably more now. That fact is like 5-6 years old.
NASP gives
The-
away millions
Yep.
in scholarships.
Full ride scholarships
Millions.
to college.
Yeah.
And so you don't have to be the basketball player,
That's
the
right.
baseball player, the football player.
Yes.
You can, and a lot of these kids like truly started on a $120 Genesis
Yes,
bow.
NASP. That's what it is. They're Genesis
bows. You know, Luke has a recurve bow that he shot last night, and the Adventure 2.0, OMP Adventure 2.0, bought his first one when he was 11, $140 from Lancaster. As he got taller, had to get a longer one.
Yeah.
You know,
When
we're
they
only at
grow.
$140, not $2,000 or $3,000. And so I think that that's cool in terms of you can grow with it and still financially be able to do it. And
Yes.
very cool stories. The year we started our gun and bow club, Cherokee County had a huge shooting sports club, and their the guy over there shooting sports, their daughter was an archer, and she was going to Huntsville, and she already knew she had signed one. She was like a sophomore in high school. Yeah, full ride archery scholarship, 4-year scholarship. So it's neat. It's neat. And then the other end of it is we've got kids that have never even touched a bow, and in, you know, quick safety lesson, 30-40 minutes of
Yes.
safety, and 2 hours later you find out they are a natural shot. And enjoy it. We've had kids fully autistic.
Yes.
That they put their earbud in, they get out of their head, and they just sling arrows. And it's their peace in their little life. And it's great. It's great. It's encouraging. The first year, funny story. First year, we go to Anderson County to their shootout. It was extreme shootout. I didn't know the bear bows from the compound bows. Signed up all these kids in the wrong categories. We had 3 girls win belt buckles at they all scored 18 points because they were so in the wrong category, but they were the only ones in the category. And so they come home and they get all their friends and they're like, we love it. We got these belt buckles. And they shot with us for 2 more years, and they got way, way, way better because it was the encouragement.
Yeah.
And I told Marty, I said, unfortunately I messed up, but it was fortunate for them because it just drove them to get better, you know?
Yes. Want to talk about when we talk about colleges and shooting at colleges, we just had indoor nationals, and they're collegiate teams. University of the Cumberlands came in first. Texas A&M University came in second. University of Pikeville third. Lindsey Wilson College fourth. Union College fifth. Mount Marty University sixth. Lindenwood University 7th, Columbia University 8th. So there are universities that have shooting sports, who have archery competitions, or who have archery teams. And so it is something that kids can get into, belong to. Then they can get scholarships. They can shoot for a college. Scott's son Ryan shoots for Texas A&M University. It is something that goes on. And so, what is there a team where they can shoot the Genesis bows? I don't remember seeing that, but they still have the scholarships to college. And, it would be, if you ever have any questions and you want more information on National Archery in Schools program, contact me. We had the interview. Contact Scott. We had the interview with the president of NASP, and what? Tommy Floyd. That is his name. Yes. And so you can even look it up online. It is very easy. They have never had a safety issue. I think a lot of schools are thinking, oh no, it's a safety issue. We're gonna have shooting sports, and we're having it in schools. No. They have never had, and they have been around for years. And so it is something that really helps kids. Once these kids feel like they belong, their attitudes have to be on point. They can't have the disciplinary actions. And they have even seen kids who did have disciplinary, and then they got in this, they enjoyed it. They had to keep their grades up. They had to be out of trouble. They saw the overall kid change.
Right. And I think even in that, let's talk about that for a minute too. 4-H, USA Archery, NFAA, they all have certification programs. And somebody asked me one time, how can you mitigate the risk on a line with 100 archers in a shootout? It's the same as 2 archers.
Right.
It's the same line. It's controlled. You do have a quick safety meeting before every flight, but it's no nonsense.
None
and we
whatsoever.
have, and you can't
no
see,
horseplay.
I don't know. Can you see on the floor that it's marked out with tape? You know, and those kids, and I think even at our practices,
there's a waiting line. There's an equipment
we
line.
have a party line and we have a business line. And if you cross that party line, even mamas with extra kids just at our practice, if they cross the party line, which is behind us, they might as well go get in the car.
That's right.
And I tell them, and when we start 4-H every year, I'm sorry, we can't afford to have nonsense.
That's right.
And so, and we've been out, we shot on our property for years, and there is a place to go play. But there's also, let's get down to business. And they'll say, there's Miss Cheryl's party line. And, they'll tell the little kids, the 4 and 5-year-olds. And I'm like, nope, you just crossed my party line. Go gather up your mama, and I'm kind of hard. But in terms of how do you mitigate the risk?
That's
You
right.
do it on day one. And I think that's why it is so important to know we as coaches have paid for our certifications out of our pockets to
Yes.
be sure we're not putting the organizations at
And that's
jeopardy.
the same thing with that NAS program, to where the shooting is connected to school. They have the certification process there. They send you
Yes.
through the courses on what to do, what to allow, how to keep things safe.
We've
And-
actually looked at NASP and talked about it. We go to a little rural school. There's only 85 kids in the junior high and senior high. I think Josiah told y'all it was 200 last night. There's not. It's 85 in Burkeville. We
He
go
might
to
have said
Burkeville
100.
ISD. We love it. They're sweet. Same issues. It's typical America, but amazing faculty and staff. And I was talking to the coaches the other day. I'm a big basketball fan, and I said, well, Luke's going to be out of basketball. We should do archery. And they're like, get on it, Cheryl. You can coach it. But I have enough happening. And
telling you, Tommy Floyd will hook
yes,
you up.
I want to. So our biggest problem is I looked into it. The nearest team that we would shoot against is like 3.5 hours away.
Oh, so lots
and
of
that's
traveling.
hard
Yeah.
for Burkeville. It's really with sports already. It's a very, very, and it's right on the Louisiana,
really?
Texas line.
Okay.
We are the furthest east
Goodness
school
gracious.
in the state of Texas, in the little round part, and that makes a difference. Especially, we play ball with these little tiny schools that we're paying. We drive to Bryan. There's a little school,
Wow, that's a
Apple
long way.
Springs, which is an hour and a half from us, but it's good. But in terms of archery as a discipline for life, too, I grew up in a shooting sports program, and my really good friend went on a full ride scholarship for precision air rifle, and she actually, from Wyoming, went to Kentucky. But our whole last 3 years of high school, she watched what she ate. She didn't drink sodas. Super, super stable because it was precision rifle.
Right.
And, this much movement down here. My husband actually did a sermon called AIM. Oh, I'll butcher it all up if I name his sermon. But it's, a centimeter at the peep is, several inches at the other end. And, don't miss the mark. That was the
Don't
name of
miss
his
the mark.
sermon. And it was like little changes in our lives, make huge changes at the mark. Yes. So, so she was really about her health growing up because it mattered in terms of how well she shot, getting the sleep you need. These high schoolers,
Exactly.
Luke, I'm forever like, hey, you only got like 6 hours of sleep all week long. How's that going to do for your competition?
Yeah. Yes. And, we've done a podcast on that with the nutrition. And so, Julia used to have a Starbucks mocha frappuccino at the half, which we're about to come up on the half. We're fixing to go into our last scoring end before we have a 15-minute break. And that's the thing. She would have that to help her
Do
hold
we have
her
any
arm
equipment
up.
failure?
That's what I'm wondering right there. But if they can get that fixed, because our 10-yarders down there, our 9-meter, they are still scoring.
Taking their time.
Yeah, so they may have time to get this bow repaired and back to shooting before shooting starts. If not, depending on did she shoot all 3 arrows, then there are no makeup arrows if she can get to shooting in time.
That's your Julia's bow there.
No.
No? Go back to Scott and them on camera 2.
Oh, it may be Julia's
Yeah.
wrench, but yeah, because Julia's bow is standing right there.
Okay.
So I think it's this young lady here with the Southeast Texas Shootout shirt on.
I don't know her.
Looks
I was
like it
trying to
is
see. 9.
unaided bow. Yep, got a whisker biscuit there
Okay,
on that
that's
bow.
Elena Duran from Montgomery County.
So she's shooting on Julia's bail.
Yeah. Okay. So Marty's down there talking about it's almost the half, and so they'll change out targets if they want. The A and B at the top will go down to C and D. Was it you last night that said you had never seen it labeled A, B, C, D?
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
yes. But it's really nice for the young, or for archers who have never been to a tournament. The last few weekends, I have told more times than ever of what A, B, C, D is. And so to have them labeled, there's no question. And so what was kind of funny is last night, then whenever they switched and A then goes on the bottom after the half, was that, I told Scott, I was like, look down there, what do you see? And he's like, what? I don't know. And so look at the A, B. And so they had switched too. Somebody had gone along and switched all of the labels to where A and B were then down on the bottom and C and D were up on the top.
So we did that for the little kids.
Yep.
So they're not confused.
Absolutely.
And even as we've grown and our kids got older, somebody said this week as we were preparing for the shoot and got more bells, and were we going to do it? And I said, I think we should. If that's what we're known for, let's do it the same. And I think you'll even attest to when you go to the same shoot year after year, you look for the same setup. Your kids start getting used to that.
So we've got a single spot right there, meaning it is exactly what it is. There's just one target that they're aiming at. The others are 3 spots, which self-explanatory, has
what
3
target number
spots
is he?
on a target.
9? 5. So is he 5A or 5B? 5B? So that is Jacob Atcher Jr. Those are his little sisters down there on 3 and
Aww.
yeah, 3A and 3B. So they were kind of a big group. I think their dad. Okay, so they have Mackenzie Atcher is an intermediate on 5D, and then she's an intermediate barebow recurve, and then that was Jacob Atcher Jr. Intermediate. Okay, so we have at this shoot, we kind of went with 4-H age groups. So it's 3rd, 4th, and 5th are our juniors. Intermediate is traditional middle school, 6th, 7th, and 8th. And then our seniors are 9th through 12th, and then adults.
Okay.
So, and they had to be, I know that's a question a lot. We were an open shoot. We were an open shoot when we're a 4-H shoot. So we're outside of 4-H supporting 4-H. And so they had to be connected to an archery family to shoot outside of our junior, intermediate, and senior. So we had some people contact us. Can we come? Can we come? And then, of course, I would say, how is your connection in terms of, because it is all for the kids. And that's important to us. Yes, we want to enjoy it as a family, but we're not just trying to bring in outside non-family people in terms of we're just trying to bring families together.
Right.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of families coming together just last night and this morning.
We have a neat story even where a divorced family in our county, and the dad enjoys shooting sports, and it's even been good in terms of, for the mom knows, they did 4-H with us forever, and so it's good and it's healthy, and you see some healthy stuff come out of it. And shooting sports is such a release. I think even I had said I'm a big rifle shooter, and I'm a terrible shot. I'm being very, very honest. But when I was pregnant with Luke, I was very sick, and I shot 22 almost every day. I was working Hurricane Rita, and I would just shoot every afternoon. It's
I know,
a good
going to the gun
stress
range.
release.
It is such a stress relief.
Yeah, I have a little 22 light rifle I actually got. It was the first gun I shot competition with that I bought with my own money. And my kids laugh. It's just a Rossi Pump 22. And I'm talking, I know Marty got me, buckets and buckets of 22 shells. That's when it was readily available,
Yeah.
You buy a bucket of 22 shells and make sure it wasn't so oily and it'd jam your gun up, And then after Rita and right before COVID, 22 shells were hard to find.
Yes, they were. I couldn't remember when it was, but I remember that they did get hard to find.
Well, when we were-
Academy would get them, and then they were gone like same
Yes,
day.
yes. Erin Evans, her boy Braden shot against Luke last night, and she's here helping today. And they shoot precision rifle, and she can probably tell us the federal. So there's several different clubs of federal ammo supports, and you get an email, and you can, as a club or as a family that's in these clubs, can do a federal ammo order. And that was a real big thing before COVID to make sure whoever was in your club made the federal ammo
That's nice.
order in terms of being able to get ammunition. Yes.
Looks like we are in our last.
I'm going to go do
scoring
some door
round.
prizes even.
All right.
And so thanks for the Winnie and Cheryl
Yes,
show.
I love it. Thanks for joining me. I wasn't all by myself. I have my friend Cheryl. All right, guys, we're going to continue on. Cheryl's going to head on down and do some door prizes. That is another cool thing that they do here. There were items that were donated. She is doing door prizes For that, we also have our own friend with Texas Archery, Lily, who was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma just maybe 2 weeks ago. She is a youth archer, young archer. So we also have raffle tickets here. So please come prepared. Have some cash on you. Everything that is raised in the raffle, not the door prize, but in the raffle, will be going to help support the finances that's going on with her treatment. She has already started treatment. They immediately put her into treatment. And so also, maybe you don't have the funds, but you believe in prayer. Please pray. All right, folks. So we have the last scoring for the first half going on right now. You can feel free to go over to Eyes on Score, hit those live scores. It's going to be the Southeast Texas Shootout. You're going to either look for your archer, or you're just going to scroll through all of the archers. It's pretty cool. If you're going to see some zeros, guess what? Those folks probably are not going to shoot until the 2 o'clock line. So you will see more scores added just as they are shot. That's why it is called live scoring. We're going to have, last night it was a 15-minute break, so I'm assuming we're going to have another 15-minute break. I don't know why you're even getting on.
Yes,
because
yes.
we
Well,
are at
because
the break.
Cheryl took over. I came up here. I was like, yeah, I'm not getting the mic back anytime soon. So what have I missed?
Everything.
I did notice one of our archers was down there was missing the target left. And she's like, I don't know what's going on. And turns out, and this is part of just a learning experience.
Young lady shooting on Julia's Bell?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is part of learning, because when we travel with our bows, what happens sometimes?
And they get banged around.
They get banged around. So she's thinking it's her. When I looked at her sight was so far to the right that it was cutting off part of the scope.
Oh, no.
So, if the sight is right, guess what? You're going to shoot way low. She said she's hitting the target on the left side. And so we moved it out and got her right back to the center for the very last end.
Good. Well, she still has another half.
Yeah.
So we have seen many times that doesn't mean anything if your scores are low right now when you come back to the half. It's, it can change in the blink of an eye.
Yes, it can.
Someone else can have a mishap, or you just start shooting lights out and
So I heard
everything changes.
you're answering all the questions over there.
What questions would that be?
I don't know. You were saying there was a lot of comments.
Oh, yeah. I think we have more comments than when you were on.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
But I can't see the comments that come up all in there. I've got the Facebook comments. That's what I have, Scott.
Oh, okay.
All right. So archers are moving their targets from top to bottom, or if they were on bottom, they're moving them bottom to top. The little cards, the little A, B, C, D, it looks like the archers are moving them with their targets. So that's pretty cool. They should know what to shoot when they return. They have the choice to get fresh targets. They are not made to get fresh targets, but they do have that choice to do so. Then they may go get a snack. They had lots of candy, Scott.
I know. I saw that.
They had cookies. They had all the things.
Well, you brought your own kisses.
I did. You know, I've learned that I have to watch what I say in school. I asked a kid the other day, "Hey, do you want a kiss?" And I'm holding the bag of candy, and I'm like, "Do you want a Hershey's kiss?"
Hershey's kiss.
That you know, nowadays you have to watch what you say. And like, would you like a kiss? Oh, yeah.
Good times. Good times. Well, I'm excited to be here. I always look forward to doing this type of stuff, live
Right?
coverage. You know, us being able to highlight these archers, youth
Hey, you
or
know
adults.
what we thought about?
What?
That it could be Cheryl Dallas and I up here later.
No, no, not gonna happen.
Come on.
Got to draw the line somewhere. Gonna have to come up with
You
with
know
another
what?
headset.
If we got Tara Dallas,
Wow.
Cheryl, and me,
That would be good TV.
right?
If we have Dallas here, do we have to go ahead and change the rating?
Oh. I think Dallas is listening as they're traveling here. They were
sorry.
at Huntsville a while
Sorry,
ago,
Dallas.
so
Yeah, it was
she's
funny.
done with tending the chickens.
Sounds like we might need more headsets and mics coming up. I was talking about one of our audio. We were playing around with one of the audios so that like even Jacqueline here, she could have a headset on with a mic where she can talk to us, saying what's good. She can hear what we're saying. She can talk to us.
Oh, I thought that's what the little green buttons were for.
No,
in here.
it doesn't quite work that way.
Oh, okay.
And it doesn't go across the live feed. And she looks at me like,
What?
"Are you serious? We don't have that. Where's my mic?"
Yeah. Yeah. No kidding.
Soon we will.
All right. Well, it looks like we're watching people just kind of relax and chill for about 15 minutes. You
All
want
I
to put on a
know-
video?
All I know is that we came to Jasper, and we're gonna end up spending like $5,000 on all the extra equipment and stuff that we want.
That's all you, buddy.
No,
that is all
Jeff
you.
Dabney got me messed up because these little cameras that he's testing out are awesome. And
You have an accomplice now.
yeah, we have the cameras. We went ahead and added these wireless
I
video
want to make
devices.
sure that Amy knows that the only thing that I ever asked for were the chairs for the recording balcony at the shop, and that the lights, outside the building to work
Where
at
did those?
night.
Did you do that? Huh? No, I saw balloons come through the screen.
I didn't see any balloons. Scott, you were.
What on earth?
I don't know what Scott
Did
saw.
you not see? I saw the balloons.
No, I did
saw
not
the
see
balloons.
any balloons. What did you have to drink while you were
Oh.
gone?
I see there's an issue when we do interviews. The cover's up. There we go. So we have somebody down there that wants to be interviewed.
Mason, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, all right. How's it going?
Good.
So we're at the half, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what's your plan during the half? Because you have been helping the youth. Did you help them move their targets over there?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Thanks so much for helping out with the juniors.
Wendy's hogging the camera. I have to lean over.
You heard him? He said I was a hog.
Hogging, yep.
Yeah. Well, you have to be a hog to be hogging. So
You know what you call a cow with two legs? Yeah. I'm not going to say it.
you better not.
All right, Mason, it is. All right, Mason, where are you from? Have you already had all these
Who's
questions?
your mama?
April.
April. All right. Give
Are
it a
you-
shout out to mama.
Yeah.
You're not going to give a shout out to mama.
No.
No.
Oh my goodness, April. Who brought you here today?
My mom.
All right.
Oh, there you
yeah,
go.
that's where
There
I
you
was
go.
going with that. Yeah. So thank you, April, for bringing Mason here today. What are you doing?
I'm trying to get in the camera. I got to
your
lean over
chair
like
is
this.
like on my chair.
So I'll rock the chair. Look, even that's how close it is.
He's moving my chair. He is a big kid.
Yeah. All right, Mason, we're going to go ahead and go to a quick little commercial break, and afterwards you can come on back if you'd like, okay?
Oh,
Okay.
he will.
He will. He will. All right. Thanks,
Bye,
everybody.
Mason.
Bye.
Who is ready for raising an archer?
Me.
All right, we have Matthew Parmenter here with us, and what a pleasure it is to have you on the show with us.
It really is. I don't know why it's taken this long.
I know. I pushed the issue. She didn't want to have you.
Oh yeah, that was it.
Yeah,
That was it. I was like, no, really, he's a good kid. And she's like, I don't know.
Well, I'm thrilled to be here, so thank you.
Well, Matthew
already.
Yeah, Matthew is one of the top recurve archers, youth archers in Houston, if not in the nation.
Yeah.
And we wanted to have you on the show, kind of
I love it.
get to
He
know
goes,
you.
mm-hmm.
Yep. Even though he did come in third place in his first national competition.
That was his first national.
First nationals with the first year.
At
he
11,
comes in third. Yeah.
5 years ago.
Yeah.
I just don't bring that up.
We won't bring up that you got
Thank
beat
you.
by your little
It
brother,
was
but you know,
Painful memories right there.
he's all of a sudden in the corner rocking back and forth.
Yep.
Stupid third place.
To my brother who got second.
At my middle school, that's the only thing anyone ever remembers about my archery is that Ben beat me.
No way.
Yep.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, because he made sure to tell a lot of people.
I don't. Why would he do that?
I have no idea.
See,
why would
being
they
an
do
only
that?
child, I wouldn't know anything about that.
So we have Matthew here. We want to kind of introduce him to everybody. So Matthew, tell us what discipline do you shoot? How old you are?
So I'm 16 years old, and I shoot Olympic recurve with a win-and-win bow.
How long have you been shooting?
I've been shooting for 5.5 years now, since this summer going into my 6th grade year. And that's been for the past 4 years now, 5 to 7 times a week. So,
All right, 5 to 7. That was one of the questions I was going to ask. And how did you get into archery?
So I got into archery because I was reading this book series called Ranger's Apprentice by John Flanagan. And it's this phenomenal series. And in it, the main character is this little boy who picks up archery, and it completely changes his life. It takes him all over the world. He gets to do the coolest things ever, and I just thought that was awesome. And so I really, really wanted to give archery a try. And actually for a while, for about 6 or so months, I was just shooting in my backyard with this little Genesis bow we had. And I got pretty good with it, actually. And
You
so
started with a compound.
I did start with a compound. Yep, a little barebow compound. And so I asked my mom for my birthday if I could have some archery lessons, because I drove past Houston Archery every day on my way to school. I was like, "Hey, Mom, if I just went there, you could just drop me off and then pick me up, and then we'd be all good." And so we did, and I got 4 lessons initially, and the first lesson, it was just phenomenal, and everything kind of clicked, and I understood it, and everything just kind of took off from there. And then within a couple months, I was competing, and then within a year, I'd set a state record and went on to nationals. Yep.
Awesome. So how are you and that book character alike now?
Oh, boy. Well, I don't know how alike we are, but I went back and read it a couple months ago, and I just cringed at everything I read, because I was like, oh, that's not possible. That's not happening.
You didn't make those things happen?
No.
Nope.
Nope, no
Just
shot.
straight nope.
Did it say something like he was pulling like a 250-pound recurve bow?
It wasn't 250, but they said he initially started off with an 80-pound one. And
Of course, and that's what everybody starts off with.
I was like, oh, boy. Well, I think the Olympians are around 50. So giving a 14-year-old boy who's never shot before an 80-pound bow a recurve, not the best idea.
That is awesome. 80 pounds
80 pounds, yeah.
for recurve.
So I see your mom lots of places. Love her. What does she think about? Did she think that it was going to go this far?
Oh, not at all. There's no chance when I got into it that she was gonna that this was gonna take such a major turn and be such an integral part of my life. I mean, the first couple of lessons, it's just like, okay, he's good at this, but it's archery. So,
Right.
I was doing other sports at the time. I was playing basketball. I was playing baseball. And it's not really something when you get into it that you expect to be, so time consuming and so competitive, really. Because it's just something you never hear about. You hear about people going and hunting, but with a recurve bow, I mean, that really doesn't happen that much. So you think of it more as just a recreational thing, kind of for fun. And then once you go to a couple tournaments, man, you just get hooked.
Yes.
So, I mean, it really took off from there. And I think after, there was one tournament, it was here actually at Texas Archery, one of the Siwats. I shot at 299 at 10 yards. And this was after maybe 6 months of shooting. And that kind of flipped a switch in me that I was like, all right, this is for real. I got a shot at doing something in this.
So you mentioned that you started out with a Genesis bow.
Mm-hmm.
And then we talk about you shoot recurve now. So how did that transition happen?
Well, it was actually a very natural transition because I was shooting it just like you would a normal recurve, right? I didn't have a release. I didn't have anything so I was using 3 fingers, and it actually, for the initial first couple of lessons, it actually really helped me with my anchor because, I mean, I had been doing it for 6 months now, and without any coaching or anything like that, I had gotten a pretty solid form down. And so it actually translated really, really well over just to shoot and recurve. Yeah.
What made you go to recurve?
Oh, that's all they offered.
Oh, that's all,
you go
okay.
up to Houston Archery, and if you're up there for lessons, you're shooting recurve.
You've got recurve or recurve.
You got recurve or recurve. Once you get past those initial wows, there are some people who shoot bare bow, and then if you want to shoot compound, you have to specifically bring your own bow and talk to James and say, yeah, I'm going to shoot compound.
Okay.
Just held no appeal to me.
So right now, you had said you went to S.E.T.X at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Did you transition to a new coach, or are you still with S.E.T.X?
No, so I've had a bunch of coaches over the year. I've gone to S.E.T.X, I've gone to Coco, I've gone to Matt, and then I've been with James now for the past couple of years, and he's the one who really specializes on the top guys.
I think I know everyone except Seth.
Seth is James's brother or son-in-law.
Seth is James's son-in-law.
Son-in-law, yeah.
Son-in-law, yeah.
Okay, he's family.
His family, yeah.
There we go, yeah.
What is your favorite thing about archery?
Oh, boy. There's a lot, but I think my favorite thing is just that every time I shoot, there's one shot during the 2 or 3 hours I'm shooting that I can pinpoint, and I can feel it at like 7 hours later when I'm going to bed at night and be like, oh, that was a wonderful shot. And after it, you just feel so good. I mean, I call it like my therapy, right? You only need one shot out of the 250 arrows you shoot just to be perfect. And it's such a good feeling knowing that, okay, I've been working so hard, but there's a glimmer of hope. There's, I might
practice sucked today, but there was that one shot.
One shot, and then
they weren't all bad.
Exactly. Maybe you do it in a tournament. Maybe you have that one perfect shot in a tournament, and you're like, you know what? I just do that every time.
I love that because what a mental thing right there. Because if everyone could just focus on the one arrow, that one good one, well, then you forget about all the rest of them. And I would think, I could be wrong here, but I would think that would translate into, what did I do to make that one?
Absolutely. I mean, before every shot, if I had a good shot the shot before, I'm thinking, that's like me. That's what I do. That's what the next one's going to be like. All right. Every time I have a good shot, because if you don't reinforce anything, it's a wasted shot. I mean, anyone can shoot 300 arrows and shoot relatively well, right? If they're practicing all the time. But what separates the really, really elite shooters from the guys who shoot a lot is being able to reinforce what they do and really focus on every shot. Because if you're just flinging arrows down at the target, you might shoot pretty well in practice, right? But you're really not going to grow from that. You might get a little muscle memory, but in a sport that's so much about your mental game, you're not gaining anything by just shooting and not thinking about anything. So every shot that I do well, it's all about reinforcing what I did and making the next shot like that.
How mature is that from a 16-year-old? I'm like going, oh my goodness, can we just record that one part and like hit replay for everybody?
Guess what? We did record it.
I did. What I'm talking about is like at home. Hey, Julia, here, listen.
So there was, you mentioned the word fling, and I remember one time talking with Michael Braden, and talking about, I said something about flinging arrows, and he just like removed that word from your vocabulary, because that was when we were really, when we were first getting into it, because we don't fling arrows as elite archers.
Nope.
It's almost like a business when you show up for practice at this level. Once you get to that level, you have a game plan, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that you were talking a little bit, you kind of touched on the mental part of it, but is there any type of mental management that you're going through, or is that
self-taught?
Yeah.
Well, so James, my coach, is very good about teaching mental stuff. But over all my years of archery, that has been what I've struggled with by far the most.
Most people do.
Yeah. It's the pulling through the clicker part, and the only part that I would love about compound is not having a clicker that I have to pull through, because it's such a mental barrier that I've had to break. And so every time I'm in practice now, that's really all I'm focusing on, right? I've got the form down. My good shots are about as good as it's going to get, but it's repeating those. And what helps me repeat those is having that strong pull through the clicker. And so what I have to focus on is when you get to such a high level and you need, there's such a small margin of error that you have when you're competing at the really elite levels. You feel like every shot has to be a 10, right? And you have to control every shot.
Right.
Everything has to be perfect, and you can't miss. And if you shoot an 8, your life's over, and stuff like that. But
I thought that was your life was over.
Yeah,
when you shot an 8. I thought that's what happened.
Yeah, it just
if
ends.
Julia does, then she's like, yeah, that's.
And so
you see it on her face.
Tournament is
it's
over.
over. You're done. You're leaving, Mom. I'm getting out of here.
This bow is going to the trash as I walk out.
Exactly. Snapping the arrows. Yeah, but so what I've really been focusing on is it's so hard when you get to that level. You want to control everything about your shot. You don't want to let go. You want to control it into that 10 ring, but you really can't. You have to let go of everything you're doing. And so what I've been doing is I've been scoring rounds based on how many good pull through the clickers I've had, rather than good scores. And so it really helps you change what you're focusing on. And another thing I do is I'll think of when I'm shooting the target, anything in the red is a good shot, right? Anything in the red is a 10, okay? So what that helps you do is it helps you think of archery like you're shooting blank bail, right? Because anyone can shoot really well on blank bail, because you don't have to hit anything, right?
Right.
You just have your beautiful form. You don't have to worry about hitting anything, and you just have the most wonderful shots of your life. So when you're focusing on not shooting 10s, right, and you're just focusing on what you're doing behind the line in your form, you can actually end up shooting a hell of a lot better, because you're not trying to control everything, and you're letting your processes work out themselves.
Yeah, I was looking at, so Ryan was working on some stuff today, and it shows he shot a Vegas round, and there's a bunch of G's, O's, N's, basically. I'm not sure what they all stand for, but good shot, okay shot. I think that's kind of what it is. Not a good shot. That's my guess. He'll probably correct me when he listens to this podcast. But that is part of, he grades every single shot.
Absolutely.
And that way he can say, okay, those was 3 great shots. And it may be great, probably great. Good is so looking at trying to execute a good round and see how many goods versus, or greats versus okay versus, meh shots.
Well, and that's the thing about shooting in practice, is when you're shooting in practice, you can get away with meh shots, right? Meh shots in practice, when you're at a high level, are going to be 10s, right? Most of the time. You might have a couple 9s in there, but meh shots in tournaments,
not
those meh shots that you shot in practice turn to crap in tournaments, right? With that added mental pressure. And so in practice, you really have to up your standards for what you're doing, because you have to realize, okay, there's no pressure on me right now. If I shoot an 8, no one's going to see, doesn't matter, right? So you have to try and put pressure on yourself, but it's never going to get to like what it is in the tournament. So you really have to improve your standards, not what you're scoring, but what your shots are like. Because I've shot really high, like 295 plus on the 40 centimeter target scores in practice, that I realize those aren't going to fly in a tournament. That's a 280 in a tournament, because I just crapped my way through that. None of those shots are repeatable in a tournament, right? I shot a couple X's that would have been 7s, right? And in tournament, those shots just aren't going to fly. So you have to hold yourself to a higher standard in practice.
So it's kind of like if a tree falls in the woods, does it make a noise?
Seriously?
So if you shoot an 8 in practice, did it really happen?
Did it really happen?
Did it?
Yes.
Did it happen?
Yes, it did. Oh, man.
All right. So Matthew, you're 16 years old.
Mm-hmm.
You are sophomore,
Junior in high school.
Junior in high school. So Matthew's a junior in high school.
one to save. I wanna tell you something new. You drove us both into a wall. I drive away into the night, and I contemplate for a while. I wish you all the best I can, but I stop myself for a while. I'm saying things I don't believe. The panic's rising up in you. Why won't you tell me something new? Don't you think you wanna be for the best? If I pack my stuff, I'll leave sooner than this. Don't you think you wanna be for the best? If I pack my stuff, I'll leave sooner than this. Don't you wish I wanna be someone else? I wanna feel your gap without making a mess at you. Why won't you tell me something new? I wanna tell you something new.
All right, we are back. Sorry, we were just getting everything situated. Looks like we have a couple down there that want to hop on the live feed with us. I think they've been on before, haven't you?
Well, Parker has.
I haven't.
I haven't. Okay.
Yeah.
We have Parker, and what was the other name?
My name's Robert.
Robert. All right, Robert. What? So you just finished your first half, right? Of shooting.
Yes.
What bow are you shooting? Where are you from? All that good stuff.
I'm shooting a Genesis bow, and we're from Cass County, Ho 4-H.
Okay. How long of a drive was it to get here?
I think it was about almost 3 hours.
So it was a little bit of a drive.
Same.
Yeah.
Wake up at 5:30.
Yeah. 5:30. Yeah, Jacqueline that's sitting next to us, she's like, I did not like getting up at 5, leaving at 5:30 this morning.
I don't blame her.
Did you take a little nap when you came?
No.
Nope.
No.
Just stay awake.
No.
I would have taken a nap. I can tell
I
you that much.
almost did.
Wendy can take a nap if she just sits down.
Right? I started yawning yesterday while we were up here, and it was like 9 o'clock, and everybody's still shooting. And Scott's like, "Are we boring you?" I was like, "No. Would you look at the time? It's 9 o'clock."
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Make sure.
What are you doing?
I'm trying not to get on your cable. There we go. I got to make sure I'm going to. Am I on your cable?
All right.
Well, if you didn't put it in between us.
I didn't.
So did y'all ever do archery?
Oh, good question.
yeah.
Yes. So for me, my son got me into archery. So this was probably about 10 years ago, and we got him a bow, and then I got a bow. I shoot ever so often. I shot a field shoot this summer. So I don't shoot a lot, but I do shoot some.
Do you shoot well?
Do I shoot well? I shoot okay. You have to practice.
Okay-ish.
You have to practice to be able to shoot well.
We have to go score arrows.
Okay. Bye,
Okay.
guys.
Okay.
Return.
Yeah.
And we will return.
I'll be back.
I got to tell you, the having the booth down there has actually worked out really well.
It has.
I'm wondering when we do the rodeo, we should kind of probably do the same thing.
Yes,
where
instead
we
of having them have to come up on the platform.
Yeah, so we can have it all set up over to the side for them so they can come
Is it
and
a
sit
done
down.
deal? Are we there next year?
I think so.
You think. So it's not a done deal.
Well,
so.
he's still talking to me like we are.
He hasn't cut ties yet.
Yeah, has not cut ties yet. Well, I know that he reached out to me and said, hey, is brackets going to be done by the rodeo? And I said, yes, it will be. So
Okay.
Eyes on Score, we're using Eyes on Score. So if you're listening in and you want to see what the scores are or see where people are ranked, go to eyesonscore.com.
Or if you're a parent and you're sitting down and your kid's walking
That's
back
right.
and goes, I don't know what I scored. Well, there's that too.
There's that too. You can actually look and see. Go to Eyes on Score, click on the hamburger in the top right, which is what Wendy likes to call it. Click on live scores, and then when you scroll to the bottom, I think it's at the bottom on this one, because there's probably about 4 or 5 tournaments going on over this weekend all over the country. But you can click on that, and then you'll be able to see the live scores.
You can also search it up by S.E. or S.E, and it will go ahead and pull it up.
Yes. You got to put the dot in. I found that out the hard way.
Yes, because it takes 3 characters, and the dot is a character.
The dot is important. So we got in here last night, got it all set up, and I think we've got a pretty good setup here. Quality is pretty good. One thing that we've done, we keep adding to it. Wendy kept grumbling that we needed our own Wi-Fi. Well, guess what? We've got our own Wi-Fi, and we are running over
And did
our
it come
system.
in handy this time?
It came in very handy. I said, she is very good at spending my money.
So I guess there's 3 things that I have said for you to spend money on. The
No,
chairs.
there is more than 3.
No.
You want to bet? Go ahead.
The chairs.
Chairs, okay, that's 1.
The lighting outside the shop at night.
Uh-huh.
And the, whatever you just said, the Wi-Fi.
The Wi-Fi?
Uh-huh. Oh, okay. The little electrical boxes that
Okay,
used
that's
to be
4.
white. Okay, and you finally got black ones. I don't know what that is.
These cables.
Yeah, but I said black, and you got
I've got
pink.
them done.
Oh, did you? See, I
But
didn't know.
these are just they're so easy to use.
Well, why aren't the black ones like the pink ones then?
They just don't sell them that way.
Oh.
The black
So
ones
what's
are,
wrong with the black with
they're
the
real
black ones?
thick, real thick and not flexible. These are just really easy to maneuver and all that good
Yeah,
stuff.
but the black looks prettier.
Well, it didn't have to look pretty up here because we're up high. We don't even have a cover on our table
I know.
here.
I was just fixing to mention that, but
I know. I forgot them. Thought I had them. But yeah, so she lies when she says that she only requested 3 things. What about the tools?
he waited
I
until I
labeled the
put
tools
food in
because-
my mouth so I couldn't say anything.
She said label the tool. I labeled stuff now. So definitely I will put money down that it's in the hundreds of recommendations of what she wants.
Hundreds, and we got 3 things done.
100.
Has the lighting at the shop been fixed?
No. It's no hurry now. We have nothing else going on out there for those tournaments.
3D shoots at night. League nights.
Eh. Right? Yeah.
Oh, my
Is it
goodness.
this Sunday or next Sunday?
It is tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
Tonight. Yep.
So we lose an hour, right?
We lose an hour.
That sucks.
But I'm happy that it happens during spring break and not the week going back to school, because that really would have sucked rotten eggs.
Oh, that would have. Who sucks rotten eggs, anyways?
Not me.
So as you can see, did you guys mention the numbers at all when I wasn't up here?
No, we have not. We mentioned the ABCD and that it switches.
So I have no OCD, but apparently my OCD's kicked in. And on the far left, they start with 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then it starts over at the 10-yarders as 1, 2, 3, 4. And so that was really throwing me for a loop, because we actually set up everything that it would. I mean, we do read from left to right. And so we'd set the first one up as 1, 2, 3, 4, and then realized it was not that way. Yeah, you can see down there the numbers. And the reason why is that they had to make a change on where they were putting the 10-yard line, and they didn't want to go change live scoring. So she actually blamed me for it. But we've had a great turnout this weekend. I mean, Cheryl does a good job on running tournaments in general. We had a little over, I say we, but there's a little over 100 archers shooting this weekend, which is a great turnout for an event out here.
Yes, it is. And I want to mention We have Jacqueline in the house. Jacqueline's back running the switching of all the cameras and everything.
We don't want to knock our help that was from yesterday, but we did get the A-team in today. No, we really appreciated Michelle stepping in and helping so that we could play.
She could have said no.
She could have. You know what? And it didn't even slow me down on still talking smack. But we know the Dabney's well enough where I can talk a little smack. She'll grumble about me later, I'm sure. Yeah. We had a great scene. If you watch, if you go ahead and watch the live coverage from yesterday, there's a video of Cheryl and Jeff just talking over in the corner, and we kind of ad-libbed our own little saying to it. It was pretty funny, actually.
Voiceover.
Yep.
Loved it. We had a lot of fun doing that. And then Steve and I get done, and I look at my phone, and he's like, "They're not letting you come back tomorrow."
No, they are not. There's Josiah.
He said, "I do not think you'll be invited back tomorrow."
So
but we're here.
So he was, yeah. They must not have listened to it. We'll be in trouble. We may not be invited back. That might be the case.
So we've had a lot of fun up here. We've seen a lot of cute kids. We've seen a lot of new archers. We've seen a lot of families. It's been a great thing. It's been just amazing. I love this.
We got a few kiddos down there.
Hey, talking about littles. Hi, ladies. How are we? Oh, y'all are so cute. How old are you?
I'm 9. I'm 11.
9 and 11. Awesome.
Get out of here.
Oh, tell that boy. Tell him to get on out of here.
Yeah.
Isn't that your brother?
That's my brother.
Oh,
Okay.
Of course it is.
Switch back to the littles real quick.
all right.
What were the
so
names? What were the names?
I'm Camden.
Camden and Charlotte.
Yes.
Yes.
Charlotte's 11. Camden is 9. Are you
Yes.
ladies shooting today?
Yes.
Are you having fun?
Yes.
Oh, I love it. All right. What kind of bows are you shooting?
I'm shooting compound.
I'm shooting Genesis.
Compound and Genesis. Well, my daughter is down there on the line right now, and she started out shooting Genesis, and she is now shooting compound, and she is 16. So how long have you been shooting?
I started in September of last year.
Okay, so about 6 months then.
Yes.
This will be my 3rd year shooting in 4-H.
Wow, so you started at 8. My daughter started at 7. Very cool.
My son started at 9.
Wow.
So he got into it at 9.
All right, so is this something you guys want to keep doing?
Yes.
How
for
did you
sure.
get into archery?
Well, archery was one of the first things we got interested in when we started 4-H, and now my dad is the coach, so we've kind of,
Jumped in.
yeah.
It's funny. 4-H is a great. I mean, they're
It
great.
is. It's a great avenue to
way
get into 4-H.
Get into archery.
What are you thinking? You're laughing down there.
I don't really remember.
You don't remember how you got into it 6 months ago. All right.
We've got to go get arrows. We'll be back in a minute.
Okay,
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 bye.
we'll wait for you.
Oh my gosh, so stinking cute. Oh, I
just
just
so happy.
love that.
So
yes.
that is having these kids on with
That's why
live
we
coverage.
do what we do.
Yeah. Oh, great. Cheryl's coming back. We're in trouble now. You know what? Just keep her muted. She.
Hey, Cheryl's sporting a hat and everything.
I've had that hat for a while. I forgot I got it.
I left mine out in the car. I need to go
Scott
grab it
left
for the.
his.
I'll grab mine
Well,
for the
you
second
know what?
half.
I left my jacket in the car and I went and got my jacket.
Did you? Oh, nice.
Well, those little girls were sweet that were
Oh my
just sitting
gosh,
there.
so cute.
Mm-hmm.
No, you said, mhm.
No, I was listening to my ear pod, and I was standing next to Jeff Dabney when y'all were talking about the voiceover yesterday. I said, Jeff, we should sit
See,
down
this
and
is
do a
why-
voiceover of them two. Yeah, I don't have no buttons down here. We should put him back down here.
Yeah. No, I have no control.
I'm hoping we'll get some parents over here. That's really why I was coming over here to. I went and told the Teagues and Marty, we need to get some of these other adults that are putting on this shoot.
We talked to Marty a while ago, and he just walked out of camera.
God bless him. And Christy, she's real quiet too. You know, it's hard to be the loudest one on a committee.
No, it's not. It's easy. It's easy.
I know it really is, Scott. And you know, if they don't like it, they do their own thing. They just don't talk about
That's
it.
right.
If
That's
I don't
right.
like it, everybody knows.
Everybody.
Well, I tell you what, talking about the voiceover, I told Scott, I said, my husband texted me, it was 10:09 last night. He goes, I do not think you'll be invited back tomorrow.
You tell your husband you might be invited back, but I don't know.
I didn't hear that. What was that again? I didn't hear that at all.
No. I think Scott even told me last week, you're a lot like Wendy.
Oh.
So we have a lot in common,
Yeah.
Wendy. I've heard about that.
We can't allow the two of you to be together anymore.
Oh, please.
We got to separate the two of you.
I'm
gonna have to go listen.
You're going to be in Uganda, and you're not going to know what's happening.
That's true. That's true.
Jacob, come tell us how you're doing, buddy. Here, come on this side. Here's Jacob Goff. He did the black and red hat of the flight. That was kind of fun.
Very
All right,
cool.
Jacob.
How's it to be at a tournament and they have door prizes?
It's interesting.
It's interesting.
I haven't had it happen before.
You don't go to other tournaments with door prizes?
Not many
No,
people
there's
do
not
door
many.
Our
prizes.
tournament before, did you not win a door prize?
No, he's like, nope, first time.
I'm like, go.
All right, Jacob, how's it going? Is it going a little better?
First off, I had a few fives, and I haven't had it missed yet, so I'm happy about that. But it was pretty rough first half. I've already started off better than that.
Okay,
Good.
Good.
Look for those positives. Focus on those. All
It just takes
right.
time. You know, these are still young kids that still want to hit the center every single time, and then that's part of the problem. Is you know, once they feel a little bit of success, they want that success every time. And
Of course.
I guess it's a good example of, you know, we went to Vegas, and one of the kids, we set a goal of, you're going to shoot, your goal this weekend is an average of 285 for the weekend. So you shoot twice, 285. That was a reasonable goal for her. She shoots a 291 on the day one. So what do you think her goal was?
295 for the next one.
She shoots a 290.
Isn't that the way it's supposed to
She
go?
shoots a 285. I'm just like, hey, great job. She is not happy. I'm like, we all agreed that it was 285 average. You averaged higher than that. Nope, not happy. Not happy with that at all.
Not the way it was
Not happy
supposed
at
to
all.
go. Yeah.
So she averaged higher than what our goal was. Just funny. But that's human nature, right?
I'm sitting here and I'm looking at, so you and Josiah have shot together a long time.
Yeah.
I think you guys started out pretty close to when our club started shooting together, and you guys have been neck and neck today. I would say Josiah comes out of the gate a little hotter than you, but you're a little bit steadier. Yeah, to the end. So we're excited to see how this finishes out, because just like I had said last night with Braden and Luke, when a lot of times Luke comes out hot, 10, 10, 10, or, you know, 9s and 8s, and it's hard for them to tell who's actually going to win. It's like we saw last night, Braden had passed Luke up and ended, I think, like 24 points ahead, and I think that you guys have been that way throughout time. Yeah, right now you're down a little bit.
Yeah, Brentley Roy was in front of me for a while, and then I just passed him up, and Josiah's a 299, I have a 268, and I am slowly, point by point, chasing him down.
Oh, we were talking about, you showed horses, and your mom had showed horses growing up, and it's kind of like that with horses. If they come out real hot, they might not be the winners. So we'll see how this finishes out. I'm always excited to get to watch you shoot. Jacob, you've really come a long time. And now you're going back and forth, and you're on the Texas Archery team, too.
Yes, ma'am.
So is that you're doing 4-H and USA Archery? So that's JOAD?
Yes, ma'am.
And some National Field Archery Association. I think we got to shoot with you the weekend of the Houston shoot. We went over and did the NFA shoot. My kids did, and we enjoyed that.
So, just side note, just for a second, just for a side note. So, Wendy was looking at Julia's target. And see if you can zoom in on Julia's target for me real quick. And the reason why she does something that a lot of our archers do, and
Fixes her arrow holes.
So if you, I don't know if we can zoom in anymore, but I see on the top, she's like, I don't see any 9s on her target. because what she does is if she shoots a 9, she goes ahead and takes it out.
I think there's one there.
And so what you do is they reach underneath there and they go ahead and punch it in so you can't see it. And it's kind of a little bit of a mind thing. You don't want to see those 9s and things like that. But you see, like her dead center, she didn't fix those.
No, she didn't fix those at all.
She didn't fix those at all because you want to be able to have something that your eye focus on.
So let's see if this will focus. This is Julia's first round. It's kind of exciting what she has going on. All them 10s, Mama. Look.
Yes. She wasn't happy with her first round, but she looks like she's doing a little better on these. And I can see that 9 on that bottom target and then the 9 on that top target. And just
you have a much better
top
look
right.
now.
Yep. The way Jacqueline does these cameras, it's just amazing what she does.
So switch over to what you're looking at, Jacqueline, on the actual target.
We're on it.
Yeah, that's her target right there. That's Julia's target.
Look to your left.
We're looking at live on. We're looking at the screen. I wasn't thinking that it was live. Yes.
So her 2 9s, that's on that bottom right target, and then that top target. That's where she shot the 2 9s.
Looks like she's doing pretty good.
Yeah, so that's what they were talking about right before you sat down. It's Hunt. Is it Hunt? No, what is your name?
Hayden.
Hayden, not Hunter. Is that she reaches under and she closes her holes so that when she's shooting, she's
repairs
not
her target.
Yeah, 9s. And so it's kind of a mind thing. So you're looking at only the bullseye, not all the little holes all scattered around.
So would you guys, just a quick question, I know it has not related to what the shoot's going on, but when you're down there, do you prefer seeing what everyone else sees, or do you prefer seeing you and us?
So when you're down there in the interview
like right
area,
now, what does the screen show?
I think probably what we're talking about YouTube, because that's one of the things that's cool upstairs is you know what they're actually showing out on the broadcast, but we can kind of see their other cameras, so we know what we're talking about.
So I think I switched it right now. It's on Jacob right now, right?
Jacob right now.
So that you like that view better?
I do, yes and no. I mean, I don't mind looking at myself either, but
well, the one thing,
of course you don't mind looking at yourself.
Yeah, so
that's how women are, Hayden.
So the one thing I think is when they sit down, you want to make sure that you're in front of the camera.
Yeah.
And I think that and that's why we set it up that way. But a lot of times, right when we kick it off with them so they can adjust their seats however they want at that point.
Because I'm watching it online, we can also, I don't know why you don't have another screen to see what's live and what we're sitting here looking at.
Wow.
Scott, that's not me asking for that, by the way, for you to
So
say.
while you're at it, what's another, screen off the side?
You might as well.
I only have so much control.
Hey, even
so
Hayden
much control.
says, might as well.
It's not your checkbook, Hayden, right?
No, it's not.
One day you'll have a wife that'll say that. It's not her checkbook.
One day she'll.
One day.
Hayden, are you supposed to be scoring right now?
Oh, shoot.
You better go, baby. I'm sorry.
That's funny. That's so awesome.
I see everybody down there.
Like, wait a minute. Oh, crap. Yeah. He dropped one of his arrows.
Yes, because he's
That's
trying
so
to run
funny.
down there.
Jacqueline over here can't even keep it straight. I got to tell
I was
you.
just wondering.
So I was figuring, when I was down there, I could see myself, which was good.
Absolutely can.
But you love seeing
Did you already
yourself.
score?
I do. I
that's-
actually, I just loved listening to my voice. No, I don't.
Me too, Scott. Me too.
Who likes listening to their own voice? Actually, I can listen to my own voice because when we do our podcasts,
You have to listen
you have
to the
listen to it,
recording.
and you just at first it was like, man, I feel like I'd sound like an idiot, but no words. Stop it, Wendy. Hold. So yeah, you just pay attention over there. Let me just mute her here. I muted her. But it's like you have to be able to listen to it. Side note, if you guys want to know more about youth archery, you go ahead and go on Apple, go on Spotify, go on any of those major podcast platforms, and you'll be able to listen to us. We talk about upcoming shoots. We talk about strategies. We talk about what to do when you're moving from indoor to outdoor, which we've got to do that outdoor podcast here soon.
Yep. Because it is getting into outdoor season.
Yeah. So, all right, we have a little one here.
Hi.
So what's your name, baby?
Logan.
Logan. How old are you, friend?
I'm 9.
By the way, I did know her name was Logan because we had just said
And I was
Logan.
saying, we know how old she is, too. She's 9.
All right, where are you coming
she's shooting
from? Are you from
compound.
here?
No, I'm actually from Texas.
Texas. Us, too. Us, too. We're from Texas as well.
I did invite several Louisiana archers that we know right over the state line, but they had another thing going on today.
Yeah. What city do you live in? Vidor, okay. So you are probably from Orange County 4-H, maybe?
Yes.
Yes.
Hey,
all
good job. I'm
right.
impressed.
Well, all right. Well, what kind of bow are you shooting?
I'm shooting a compound bow.
Yeah, compound. All right. I'm kind of partial to compounds. I like compounds. My daughter is down there shooting a compound.
I'm actually starting to dig Olympic recurve as well because it's just a different game. I'm, really enjoying
Okay,
Ellie getting
now
into
I
it.
just saw something that Jacqueline just did. And I knew it was her. I thought, oh no, what's going on with the targets? But the screen flipped forward.
Yep.
So,
Oh, there
see?
you go.
See, so I wonder if that's the kind of balloons that you thought you were seeing a while ago.
No, it was legit balloons. They showed up on the screen.
I know.
On the
I don't
live
know.
on the
Mr.
live broadcast, there was
Mr. Scott
balloons.
was seeing balloons, and I did not see any balloons. So I think he's a little old.
I'm a little
and
old.
he's
That's what it
seeing
is.
things.
That's what it is.
All right. So are you shooting here today?
Are you shooting here right now?
Oh, yes.
Yes. Are you having
Yeah,
fun?
she's confused because we've asked her all these questions already,
No,
Wendy.
she has a question for Scott.
Oh.
Okay, what is it?
Do you need a vision check?
I love this kid.
That felt like it was set up.
Nope. Never.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us, and please don't come back.
That was so. Look at her face.
That's mean.
That was mean. It was rude. Hey, honey, you come back
Look, They've
anytime.
been messing with
No,
me.
I was just teasing.
Look what you did.
No.
Come here.
Tell her to come here. I was just teasing with her.
Hey, he's over here saying he's teasing with you. Come and say.
My mom wants to take a picture.
Hey, I was only teasing.
He was
You're
teasing.
you're welcome.
Anytime.
You know what? This
okay?
afternoon, come up here. You can be a part of the live broadcast with
Okay.
us.
He's got to go
It's up here.
shoot.
All right, go shoot.
Yeah.
Have
He
fun.
was giving you a bad time.
Yeah.
Good
I
luck.
gave him a bad time.
Oh, Scott, I can't believe I am so
turn the
mad.
camera off. Turn the camera
I
off.
am so bad right now.
Ask him if he needs a vision check. He goes, thank you for your interview. Don't worry about coming back over. She goes,
I absolutely.
It was just a joke.
oh, it was good, y'all. That's fine.
Oh, so.
Come talk to us for just a minute.
So bad.
Yes.
Yes, please step into Scott's mean world. It's
Right.
a little
Oh,
kid.
I know.
She's
for
9. And no, we had not talked to her.
And
Yeah, we
was
had.
not, she was not one of the other two.
She was.
She wasn't.
Oh, maybe not.
It wasn't her. It was, and I can't remember the other two names, but it wasn't Logan.
Well, we'll get her back on here.
Yeah, she left fine. She
You
was
better
smiling.
make sure that she gets something like a.
You better bring her a balloon.
Yeah. Yeah.
She was all excited about the balloon.
Come here, baby.
And then you like crushed her.
I crushed her.
Just come answer a question real quick. Don't miss getting your arrows, though.
Don't worry. Yeah, I'm on A.
So what's your
Now,
name?
he has been on
Robert.
here before.
Yes,
I just
Robert.
went on earlier.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Then Robert
That's
had to
right.
go get arrows and score.
That seems to be a thing here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I love that they because of where the booth is, they can
They
just
can-
run right up,
yes,
get on there, they
yes.
can talk, and then be like, you gonna Robert, you gonna shoot? And he's like, oh crap, he'll run him.
Well, it wasn't Robert it was Hayden that had to go do
Oh,
that.
was that
but
Hayden?
Yes.
Oh yeah. I'm
Come
getting
on, Scott, get the names right.
all kids look alike
Oh my word.
to me. Yep.
He is. I don't know. He didn't take his Be Nice pill today. Okay,
No.
you know,
I must
like
not have-
vitamin
you know
B.
what?
It's
I-
You
vitamin
wanna come
B
talk?
nice.
I blame Cheryl. She put me in a bad mood. Like she comes in, she's barking at. No, she's not.
She had to be the
Was
one.
I
He's
Who,
like, look at him. He's like,
No, it's okay. You can shoot straight with me. I'm a straight shooter.
No.
I would
No,
rather a kid be
see?
honest than to lie to my face.
yeah, come on, come on. I'm not lying.
Just tell me why, right, Scott?
Tell me why.
All right, so it is
There's
just
Dawson.
it is just after noon. So have you had your lunch yet? You're still
Yeah.
shooting. Did you eat something good? Because that's one thing that we talk about, because archers don't always look at themselves as athletes.
That is a good point, Wendy.
And you are an athlete, and you have to take care of your nutrition.
Yep.
Make sure you're eating the right things. You do that. You make sure you have snacks whenever you're shooting.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I had a Core Power protein shake for lunch.
Check him out.
Look
Let me
at
see your
him.
muscles. like, let's really see them. Pull your sleeves back.
Yeah.
Show those guns.
Show those guns.
That's awesome. So he's making sure you're drinking, got
Did
your
y'all
water.
Yeah, you know, Wendy's an athlete too. Like she ran one time this year when she was chasing, a runner.
A student.
Could they call it
Yep.
running, or was it more of a trot?
Well, when my student says, I didn't know a
Are you hitting
50-year-old
me?
could run that fast, that's, I guess I was running.
Now I've got Jacqueline smacking me.
Uh-huh.
She's
Got
like,
a
"Stop
female
it.
on both
Stop it."
sides of you.
Yeah, it takes two to keep me straight.
It takes two to make a thing go right.
That's why
takes
Amy's
two to make it out
cool
of
with all
sight.
these women in your life, because we're all helping her
I
out.
know. I've always been like very careful of that, and she seems to be okay with that. And yeah,
You mean setting Scott straight? Yes.
that too. Yes, setting him straight. And
I gotta
just
go get
being
arrows
friends.
now.
Okay,
All right,
Get your
all right,
arrows.
Robert.
go.
I'm going to go round up some more interviews. And I see some of our kids from last night have arrived to help out some of our local 4-H'ers.
All right.
Sweet.
So we'll get them over here.
And I'll give Scott a talking to that
Yeah,
he needs
hold on.
to.
We'll go ahead and get the
I
music
think you
going
guys
so I
got
can
your
get
food. I saw
spoken
your
to.
food
Yeah.
walk in. Lunch. Why is
wrong
Josiah
button.
walking so slow down there, you guys?
Do
What?
what?
Josiah, I'm telling you, he came
He
too hot
was.
out of the gate.
He
And now
was-
he
he's
just kinda
getting
ambling
tired.
down there. Like, I think he's burnt out. He thought halftime meant food.
Food.
Food
So
time.
you didn't have snacks for him.
No, I didn't.
All right, let's take a little break. Thanks, Cheryl.
Places all at once. Wish that what we said would come undone. Feels like our minds have been turned off. Haven't seen each other for so long. I know this isn't us. Baby, pull me closer, let's fall in love. Oh, I can feel my body move to every move you make. And I can feel the tension every time we're close. I know whatever happens, I will have you next to me. 'Cause tonight we have it all. 'Cause we're dancing as one. 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 You and me are moving. Make sure we get through this. Let's just keep on dancing as one. You and me are moving. Make sure we get through this. Let's just keep on dancing as one. 'Cause we're dancing as one. 'Cause we're dancing as one.
Round one. DJ Debs versus the obstacles of life. Fight!
I told you every single time, don't you worry. You would always call me at the wrong time, so you can know what I was up to. Oh, don't you get that? It's just stupid. Hey, just hear me out. It's been a while since we were good. So why we dragging out when we've been doing everything we could? I don't wanna feel so lonely tonight. Every time we spend time, I wanna do this for the last time. I don't need it, no, I don't need it, no, don't need you here to feel alright. It's crazy how we started off so good. Every single hour with you vanished just like that. But now it feels like I've been trapped, and I can't believe how you don't see it. Hey, just hear me out. It's been a while since we were good. So why we dragging out when we've been doing everything we could? I don't wanna feel so lonely tonight. Every time we spend time, I wanna do this for the last time. I don't need it, no, I don't need it, no, don't need you here to feel alright. I don't wanna feel so lonely tonight, but you only make it worse whenever you're around. 'Cause I don't need it, no, I don't need it, no, don't need you here to feel alright. The way you comfort me, still it's not enough. Oh, I love the way you comfort me, still it's not enough. It's not enough. Drown yourself in the neon. You came to this place to hide away in the dark. You tell yourself you need to move on, but one night in the shadows can ease your broken heart. They turn the volume up, you shut your mind. Wanna escape your thoughts for a little while, but when you close your eyes, I'm by your side, I'm by your side, right? You'll find me there dancing in the crowd. You tell yourself that it's over, but you see my face, I'll know the stranger. Came to this place to hide away for a while, but we both know that when it gets late, one call away and then you are spending the night. They turn the volume up, you shut your mind, wanna escape your thoughts for a little while, but when you close your eyes, I'm by your side, I'm by your side, right? You'll find me there dancing in the crowd. You tell yourself that it's over, but you see my face on all the strangers' doors. So are you sure that it's over? When you close your eyes, I'm by your side, babe. When you close your eyes, I'm on your mind, babe. You'll find me there dancing in the crowd. You tell yourself that it's over. It's not over. It's not over. It's not over. It's not over yet. It's not over. It's not over. It's not over. It's not over yet. You'll find me there dancing in the crowd. You tell yourself that it's over. It's not over. But you see my face on all the strangers' doors. So are you sure that it's over? It's not over. When you close your eyes, I'm by your side, babe. When you close your eyes, I'm on your mind, babe. You'll find me there dancing in the crowd. You tell yourself that it's over. Do you find yourself under the weight? You're just wishing you could clean the slate, like you're tumbling and you won't slow down. Do you feel like all you do is wait, and you're helpless in the hands of fate, like you lost your way and can't get found? But did you know you shine and I'm falling for the way you smile? You're gonna take the fight now, punch the lights out, 'cause you're a champion. You are champion. You are. When you're on the edge, you're fading fast. Let the future light up your path, 'cause it's coming and it can't slow down. But did you know you shine and I'm falling for the way you smile? You're gonna take the fight now, punch the lights out, 'cause you're a champion. You are. So never fall in line. You just gotta do it mile by mile. You're gonna take the fight now, punch the lights out, 'cause you're a champion. You are. When you find yourself under the weight, when you're wishing you could clean the slate, when you're tumbling and you won't slow down, remember you're a champion. You are champion. Remember you're a champion. You are. But did you know
Yeah, I do like that music right there. That is some good music. You know, the music that we have here, it has to be royalty-free music, which is part of the problem of actually having music on live coverage. So I have to actually pay to go ahead and have music that we can play. And some people are like, wow, that music's terrible. I get it. Like, we don't have any other choices. All right, we got a young one down there. What was your name again?
Mason.
Mason. Hey, Mason. Are you shooting right now?
No, sir. I shot yesterday.
Oh, you shot. All right. There we go. How'd you do yesterday?
I hit 490 yesterday.
490, just under 500.
Yes, sir.
Well, good job. I know that everybody likes to break that 500 though.
Right.
But it will come. It will come.
Oh yeah.
So how's what kind of bow do you shoot?
A compound aided.
Okay.
Brand is Bear.
Okay, yeah, bear bow. That's a great bow to start with. A lot of kids shoot those bows, and as they get better, there's other bows that they can look into. But it is a good bow to start with. So is this your last shoot for the season, or what plans do you have?
I'm probably gonna shoot the 3D next.
Okay.
That's coming up.
Where at? Out in Louisiana?
No, I'm not sure to be honest.
Okay. I know there's a lot of them that are going on,
Right.
out of state with the ASA shoots, and then you also have there's a lot of local ones, 3D shoots going on. I know that there's Houston has one every month out there at Buffalo Field off Clay Road.
I think it's in San Augustine.
Okay. Yeah, I think I've seen something on that earlier. But yeah, there's, I wish there was an easier way to actually find all these type of shoots. They're difficult to find.
Right.
There's just so many of them going on. We've got Luke with us that just joined us. Hey, Luke, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
You're stuck here all day, aren't you?
Pretty much, yeah.
Since Mom runs the tournament, you're gonna have to do that.
Right. I've already had to go get pizza and all sorts of stuff. So
Yeah.
running the errands.
Yeah, you'll be helping on the 10-yard line here soon, I am sure.
Probably.
Well, Luke had a cool story. Yesterday was, I believe, may have been his last tournament as being in high school.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And tell us that last round, that last end.
Oh, it was kind of emotional. I shot the first 2 arrows, and I shot 2 8s maybe, I think. And then I had my last arrow.
He's shooting bare bow, by the way, everybody.
Yeah, I am. I shoot a Adventure 2.0 bare bow recurve, no sights, no nothing, 40 pounds. And I pulled that last arrow, and I looked at it. I was like, man, this is my last arrow of my high school archery career, and this is my 11th shoot. I've won 9 competitions out of 11. And so I pulled it out, and I looked at it. I was like, man, this is my last arrow. And I pulled it back, and I shot, and it was the first and the last 10x of this competition, end of my high school career. So I was like, that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. That is really cool. Because it is hard to hit that center with that bare bow, isn't it, Jacqueline? And one thing about archery is archery is a very mental game, and it's a very personal game. And so, sometimes us as human beings, we overthink it when we're shooting. And you're just like, the harder you try, the harder it is to hit that center.
It's like, oh, am I too high? Am I too low? Now I'm overthinking it, and I shoot a 1 or a miss or something like that. Yeah.
We used to have this guy at our shop that he would run up to my son and he would scream really loud, I need you to relax harder, and it's so true. Like, if you think about it, it's like, how do you relax when you're holding 40 pounds?
Right.
Or whatever bow that you're holding. How do you actually relax? But you have to learn how to relax those shoulders so that the when you draw back, that it's not your arm holding the weight, it's the weight in between your shoulders, which then allows you to relax those shoulders, and boom, you're in it. So that's kind of why it's like, relax harder. It's so funny, but so true. I
had a friend. She used to say, "Kick it into neutral."
Kick it into neutral.
Yeah, that was when she'd pull back. If she'd shoot, her coach would run up and be like, "You weren't in neutral."
I'm gonna have to write that down. I kind of like that. Kick it into neutral. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. That's a good thing. I get these little sayings all the time from people, so it's a lot of fun. Somebody had said the other day. I say the other day, it was years ago now, but he shot and it barely touched the line, and he called it a jar licker, meaning that the arrow just licked the line, which gave him the higher score. And so he called it a jar licker, which cracks me up. Like, such a weird way to say it, but he's like, man, I had 3 jar lickers and a good X.
I've never heard it that way.
What about bojitsu? Have you ever heard of that?
No.
Have you? No. So bojitsu, have you ever seen anybody draw back and right when they fire, they jerk their bow up real fast? We call that bojitsu. So then I made up my own. So if you drop an arrow on the ground while you're at the line, you're not allowed to bend over and take it. So what do? You can take your stabilizer and move it, or you can lift with your foot and move it over. And I call that bow yoga. They don't think it's that funny,
Yeah,
Jacqueline. They don't think that's funny at all. Yeah, Luke and I are not allowed to tell the one joke about the cow, so we can't bring that up.
We're
We can't
not
bring
allowed
that up.
to tell cow jokes.
No cow jokes. No cow jokes.
We
didn't say it. Like, I'm already getting in trouble. Like, Luke didn't say it.
We've been banned from live cow jokes.
Yeah. No
Maybe
cow
when
jokes.
they can edit it out, when that's a thing.
Yeah, it's like we can beep it.
Right.
But I'm really slow on the beep, so it's like I hit the beep. What? We're not doing the joke.
We could.
We're
if we
talking
wanted to.
right. We could say the joke if we wanted to, but we're not. We're just kind of talking through it. What if we said the joke and I was able to, censor Luke, like right when he about to says the punchline, it goes, and that way we didn't hear what the punchline was, and
Right, that
it's
was
all good, right?
We should test it out. No.
Yeah. I'm a little slow on the. Wendy's coming over.
So we can't.
She's about to put tape on my mouth. It's easier to mute me. Yeah.
It's more dramatic if you get tape.
That's
over your
true.
mouth.
That's true. Like she pulls out this tape right here.
Right.
So you guys both shot yesterday. So you guys will be sticking around, or are you sticking around both of you sticking around to the end?
Right,
Yes,
to
sir.
the end until we have to clean it up and take all
Right.
those curtains down and untie and
Tear down's usually faster.
Tear down is always faster.
Always, yeah.
It took us about 3 hours to get all this equipment set up, but it'll probably take us only a couple hours to tear it all down.
Right, because you're just tired. So you're like, just throw it in there. We'll figure it out next. No, I'm joking.
No, not only. We did that one time. So the first time we did live coverage at the rodeo, we were cleaning up, and we just started throwing stuff in bags. It took me a month to figure out where everything was, and then plus it was all tangled up. It was so annoying.
I was just going through cords this morning trying to hook up some speakers to my computer, and I was like,
Right, you're just going through all the stuff.
right,
Yep.
trying to get them all untangled and everything. I was like, I need a better system for this.
And so this was a good test for us. We haven't done a lot of remote type setups like this. So there's little things that we've changed every time. Like I have a big toolbox now that has everything organized and things like that. And it's all module. Like every one of those, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 containers, and they're all clipped together. It's so cool. But of course, I forget one thing that was very important: is a network plug, like a power plug.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
luckily it's just a standard plug. I found one just literally laying around here, which was good. Steal it from somewhere if I had to, but we needed that. That's how we actually do the broadcast, because we have our own Wi-Fi.
Your own Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Oh, so y'all needed a Wi-Fi plug like into the wall and then into the box itself.
Yep. So we have that thing. It's set up over there in the window, and it actually works pretty good. I'm impressed
Right,
with how
that
good it
window's
works.
about this thick, man.
I know. When I put it up there, I'm like, I don't know if this is going to work, but it did. It worked pretty good.
All right.
All
So
right.
what inning are we on?
We are on, I think
we're on 6.
Maybe 7.
this is the 17th end.
17th inning, so 7th end of the. Okay.
Yeah.
So they only have 3 left. I missed the first.
4. There's 7,
4.
8, 9, 10. Yep.
Okay. I missed the whole first half. I was
Getting pizza for everybody.
getting pizza. Yeah.
Well, we appreciated it, Luke.
Right. It was good, wasn't it?
It was good.
Shout out to Pizza Hut, man. They're good.
Pizza Hut did good stuff.
Right. We have a lot more recurves. That always excites me because I shoot recurve, and everywhere I go, like one of my first competitions I went to, there was 3 people shooting recurve, at all. Like there was no females or anything, and it kind of excites me to see recurve shooters, because I wish people would get more into traditional recurve shooting, because it's fun, and it's like, I don't know, there's just something different. Because I shoot compound too. I have a Matthews V3X, but there's just something different about shooting recurve.
Yeah, the barebow has come on very strong. Like we went to Vegas, and my wife and my second oldest daughter shoot barebow, and there was probably about 500 of them there. But it was just hilarious because somebody would all of a sudden scream bear bow. One person would scream bear bow, and it would, and then everybody in the stadium would scream bear bow back. So they'd be like bear bow, and then everybody in the crowd go bear bow. You know, like it was really kind of a cool experience. It literally it's a cult. What did I do?
Anywhere.
What did I do? I'm already in trouble. I don't even know what I did.
I know. She just sat down, too.
I know. It's been literally, thank you, Luke. Yeah, she couldn't have been set down for 5 seconds, and she's already getting on to me about something. What was it? Are you going to tell us?
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for.
You just made a noise in your chair.
Oh, my seat. I moved.
Oh, are y'all in those rockers?
Yes. Yeah, he knows.
Yeah, but there are rockers. Is it the camo one?
Yes.
Well,
yes.
yeah, I'm in
the
camo
one is loud.
The camo one is very loud.
Every time she sits down, I'm like, excuse you.
That's funny. He knows the rockers. He knows which
That
one.
is funny.
Which one?
He knows which one it is, too.
Yeah, we were at some kind of a church thing, and they were like talking,
You
and
got
it
the
was
kissy
so
lips.
quiet. So quiet, and it's like,
Yeah.
It's the chair. It's totally the
face
chair.
he
It's totally the chair.
Was not me.
it wasn't me, I
It was-
swear.
But it's one way if you do need to, you know.
Right, yeah,
I
it's-
mean,
it's- yeah.
you just kind of lean. You can just
Yes.
time it right. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I
But
do
mine
feel better
don't
now.
make sounds.
I don't believe that.
Yeah, I don't believe that either.
Have you ever
Thank you,
heard me?
Luke.
As many years as we've been together and traveled together.
It will happen.
But have you ever?
Right.
Have you ever?
No, I haven't.
See?
This girl that actually
It doesn't mean if a tree falls in the woods, it still makes a sound.
Absolutely does mean that.
Right, this girl that's like my big sister. In fact, her brother is shooting in the cowboy hat and the camo bow.
Oh, yeah. Y'all hunt together.
We do hunt together. Yeah, his big sister has been like my big sister, and she has got the loudest burps.
No, my daughter that's shooting down there right now, Julia, she has man burps.
Yo, yeah, her.
They're
Man
burps.
burps.
It's
They're
like
burps.
it's no, and she does not hide them.
No.
We'll be sitting there talking. She's, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, Julia. She's always like, I've never had a boyfriend. I'm like, well, I wonder why.
I wonder why. Yeah.
Wow.
like
She's
scares
gonna,
her.
hopefully, luckily, she won't be listening to this
Well,
because
yeah.
she doesn't.
But she does say we're loud, so
Yeah, I mean, this place is loud. Luckily, there's
not
some
as
music
loud as
going
your
now.
burps are.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Ryan,
Not as loud as my mom.
Ryan's burp.
That's wrong.
I think my cousin Try is watching, so he'll text me later and be like, "That was so good." That was so good.
I love your mama.
She's loud, though.
I never said.
She has to own
I
it.
never said
What
I
do you
don't
say
love her
about
either.
me?
You're loud. And mean. Both.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I don't hide that.
I'm not the one that nearly made a little girl cry.
I did.
What? What did I miss?
Oh,
I was
he
gone. I was eating pizza and stuff.
I went down there and talked to her. She sassed off at me. So then I'm like, wait a minute. So she can sass, but I can't sass.
She was sassing back. You nearly made her cry.
What did I miss? What happened?
So she was down there. Your mama told her to tell Scott something.
That I can't see.
Yeah, that he needs an eye doctor appointment or something. And so she did. And then she had to go score or whatever. And she says, I'll be back. And he smarts off. Well, thank you for being with us, but don't come back. And you see?
The look on her face
Her jaw
was,
dropped. That little baby.
and she threw her head.
She took her head.
We had to call her back real quick to apologize.
I could not believe Scott did that. I mean, I was
Really?
mortified.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, to a little
You
girl.
can't believe
You
that.
said you can't believe he did it.
I cannot to a little
I have
girl.
3 daughters.
No.
Right.
I can get away with more. Obviously, I cannot.
Apparently not.
Hence the tape that is nearby.
Yeah.
That's what he said. Just mute him. It's easier. But
Yeah.
the tape is
Yes.
more dramatic.
The tape
The
it does have
is
some
more
dramatic.
See, I had to tape his mouth and
Gonna take the lipstick off.
Yeah.
it's 24 hour.
I'll rip it off.
That's Gorilla Tape.
It's gorilla.
This
So-
is called Lockport tape.
Oh,
It's
okay.
it's electrical tape that you can put on carpet. It
Oh.
sticks, but then it doesn't leave any residue.
Huh.
Okay.
Yeah. So that means I can put it on your face and it won't pull off any lipstick. Let's test it.
Yeah.
You want to live?
No, I'm not doing it.
No, you don't want to live?
No, let me restate that. I do want to live, so I won't do it. See, what did I say? Mean.
Right.
You were talking about my lipstick and duct tape and.
Let's talk about archery here.
Right, that's where we're at.
Yeah.
Oh, hey. So, fun fact I used a different stall this time, and not all of the things in the toilets are pink. This one was blue.
So she's talking about, you go to the.
I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking
See?
about. Yeah.
The boys have got blue ones. All
Yeah.
Oh, well, this is girls because I did not go to the boys.
I think she did. She just doesn't want to tell us.
That's
The
right.
first stall was
I have a
pink.
story after that, too.
The first stall had a little pink sticky thingy, and then the second stall was blue.
I told her those are just targets for us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now I
Your
have two
mom would be
stories.
mortified.
Stories.
First story. So I was at Houston livestock judging, and
I
on
used
one
to do that.
on one side of the arena, the boys is on the right and the girls is on the left, and on the other side it's swapped. Okay.
Yep.
So me and my buddy Nathan, which he's not here today, but we'd been in the bathroom on that side the whole entire time. We had to use the restroom on the other side, and we just walked in, didn't even check. Boom, walked in. There was a lady janitor cleaning. Didn't even think about it. She kind of looked at us like we were crazy, but I was like, oh, she's cleaning. Do we need to come back? But we're like, well, we should use the restroom, come back later. So we used the restroom. Didn't even think that there was no urinals in there. We're using the restroom, and all of a sudden, we just hear boots. And then we look by, and there were girl boots. And I was like,
Uh-oh.
no. Like,
Did you just wait until they did their business
I
and then
waited
left?
till they left. Okay, but he got out of there. So he left right when they were coming in. So he got
He got
spotted.
busted.
He got busted, man. Waited till they left, and I just sat there, and then they all left. And then when I went out, they were still standing in front of the door on the other side of it. So I got caught too, and I was like,
See me, if that was me and my friend was still in there, I'd be like, hey, this is the women's restroom, or the
Yeah,
men,
I
for
would've-
me.
I would've-
This is the men's restroom.
If I was
you might want to
Nathan,
come out here.
yeah, I would have been the same thing. As I'm walking out, I'm like, I'm sorry, my buddy's in there. I'm trying to get him out.
Absolutely. I would have done that all
It
day
is
long.
so embarrassing. I'm
Every
so
day.
sorry.
Yeah.
be like, he walked into the wrong one, man. I'm only in here because I'm trying to get him out. Oh, look, we got an extra person.
Yes.
Do you want to
She's
come
so
on?
sweet.
I was in Europe.
Photo bomb.
I was in Europe when I was younger and for work. And in Europe, I didn't realize this, but the male and female bathrooms are shared.
Really?
Yeah. So you go down there. You're not thinking.
It's
I see a
also at
bathroom.
Lustrada when it was
Yeah.
open too.
I go in there, and as I'm in there, this woman walks behind me and then goes into the stall. And I'm just like, what on earth? I come back, and I'm just like telling the guy that lives there, I'm like, man, a girl just walked into the men's bathroom. He's like, no, they're all unisex bathrooms here. I'm like,
Evidently, you didn't frequent Numbers and Lustrada next door.
No, no.
It was all the same.
I have no idea what she's talking about. Like, yeah,
No,
yeah.
nobody paid attention.
No.
Sunday brunch, then nobody paid attention at Lustrada. It's a free for all.
You gotta do your
Wherever you
re-
could
you
go to the
gotta do your
bathroom, you went to the
research from now
bathroom.
on.
All right, let's see here. So there's 3 more ends. They're finishing up on targets on end 7.
Compound senior female.
Yeah. So we have 3 more ends, and then
So
they'll be
Isaac
done
has
with this time.
got 525. Dawson's
Oh,
425.
look, they are checking out those scores.
So I changed the screen down there so they get to see them all.
Excuse you.
Excuse me.
Yeah, because you burped.
I didn't. Did I burp? I don't think I burped.
Intermediate's at the top. of
Did I burp,
senior,
Jack?
Just not out loud.
I'll show you a burp.
No, oh my word.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As soon as
the
you're done shooting, you
intermediate's
can.
at the top. I didn't get to see it.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's the live scoring. So if you want to see live scoring, go to eyesonscore.com. It looks a little different on your computer versus your phone, but on your phone, where most people go look, you just go to the website, go to eyesonscore.com, go to the little hamburger up at the top right, click on it, and you will see live scoring. So because this tournament's on, it'll show all the tournaments that are running right now across
There's
the country.
my girl right there.
I know. I was just like, I've seen her shoot somewhere before.
Probably
Maybe
everywhere.
Houston.
Yeah,
Right.
she
Yeah.
shot
Maybe
in
Her,
I
Houston.
yeah,
saw her
she
in
shot in Houston, yeah.
Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure we'll be back. So we've done a live broadcast at Houston's Livestock Show and Rodeo. For the last 2 years, we have the third
Yep.
one coming up, and each year we do something really cool. Last year we did the archers on
Shoot-offs.
platforms and all
Yep.
that good stuff. That was a lot of fun. We'll be doing that again coming up. They're also going to be adding 3D
Man, look at that
to
target.
the shoot.
Oh wow.
There's only
that's
one in the red, but it crossed the line. It looks like.
Yeah.
I hope
She
so.
doesn't shoot reds.
She doesn't. It's not a thing.
She doesn't. That's not. As far as I'm concerned, we can
Something's
we can
wrong.
cut we can cut the red out because she should not
She
be.
uses a 4-power.
Yes, she does.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of kids that use the 4X for indoor, and then outdoor. A lot of them will move to a 5 or a 6X.
We've never moved her to a 5 or a 6.
She's shooting a 5, actually. I'm sorry, not a 4.
Oh, there's
No,
my
she's
brother.
shooting a 4.
He does.
I
this
thought I
weird
moved her to a
spinny
5.
Thing
I don't
with
think
his
so.
arrow.
I asked her
How many arrows does he have left?
I'm gonna look at her bow when we go down
at the
there.
half.
She said 4X.
Yeah.
Yeah, I look at it. I think it's a 5.
I think you're wrong, but
Oh my
anyway.
gosh.
We're not doing
can't
anything
talk
wrong.
about
We're
it
not doing
anymore.
anything wrong.
I hadn't even had my ear pod in.
Okay, good, good.
We weren't saying anything bad. No.
No, see.
I don't like lies.
Oh, there's Dawson again.
All right, let's tell Cheryl to move along.
No, it's okay.
Hey, tell your mom she can move along.
Mom, Scott said you can move along. You can move along. She said. I
She
bet he
doesn't want the
did.
headset there. She wants to come. She wants to come up here.
Yeah, she's heading up there right now. She said, "Watch out."
See how great. All right, so we're gonna go to a break real quick here. So let's go. All right. Does anybody know who that is?
That's Dawson.
That's
Turpin.
Dawson.
That's the one that said my friend
He hunts with
sister.
them. Their
Oh, okay.
families hunt together.
Okay.
All right, that's Dawson. He is a great shooter. He's about like me. He hasn't picked up his bow since November, right after the
What was
Houston
that?
shoot. He didn't shoot at Houston, but we shot a couple weeks after.
Yeah.
The same as me.
Is he
I shot-
fighting time down there? No, he's got plenty of time. Okay. He looked like he was struggling a little bit on
He's
that shot.
tired.
He's
He's
tired.
Tired.
He shoots
Same.
75 pounds.
Yeah.
Crap. Like I saw somebody walk in real fast. I was like, okay, we're still safe. We're
Yeah.
still safe
No,
right
she's
now.
talking
Well,
to my,
let's
she's
just say
talking.
I'm
Not my
safe
mom, but she's
regardless.
talking.
So,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
No, Dawson has been like shooting his whole entire life. I can't tell you how many times I'll be sitting there in hunting season. I just get a picture. And I'm like, oh my God, what'd you kill this time? It's been from bobcats to pigs.
That one's gonna be close.
And now he got it.
Yeah, it looks
It
like you
looks
got
like
it.
he got
He
it,
just
yeah.
shook his head. He saw y'all had that on camera. And
It's nothing like
we
being
got it.
nothing like being
No,
highlighted
it's okay
when you have a
because
bad shot.
I don't know if y'all showed it on the program, but Dadgummit, when he had the camera and held hand, I missed one shot yesterday.
And
he
that
had
was
it
it.
handheld, and he was walking across, and he's
Oh,
like,
it may not.
the one.
It's a miss.
You think?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a miss.
I think it's a miss.
It's a miss.
Look at that.
There you can see the white in between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he just goes down there and grabs the arrow and like pushes up a little.
I don't know.
No, I'm joking.
I don't think that'll even help. It looks. I mean, it's
It
it's
looks
close,
clear
but
as
it's
day, though.
yeah.
Oh man, that sucks because I know him and he's gonna be so that could.
He's probably looking at it right now, going,
Yeah.
"Are you kidding me right now?"
As
Right.
an archer,
Look at him. He's
this
going down there
literally
right now.
would make or break your last two shots.
Yeah.
Well, it could, but you know.
Because like mentally, when you do something like that, like look at the one that's a 10x, the one number 2 at the top.
Yep.
Yeah.
And mentally, if you miss a shot like that, it throws your whole.
Yeah, because
game
now you
off.
feel like you've got to make up 10
Right.
10 points, 10
and
arrows.
it can do that, but
Oh,
that's
yeah.
why a lot of the archers are now getting mental coaches. I know mine has
I
a mental
missed once
coach.
yesterday.
Yours
Yeah.
has a mental coach. Oh, Jacqueline has a mental coach. We all have the same mental coach, I
Man,
think.
I'd like graduated with nothing. It's like I got a mental coach, I got an archer coach. I just
Yeah.
picked up a bow and started.
So our team, the one thing we do with our team is
And you
we
ended with the X last night.
we get a lot of our archers through a mental management program through the Lenny Basham mental management program. And so we have a mental management coach that works with all these kids, with all our archers. And I think this last class, I think we have about 15 of our archers going through the program.
Yeah, I thought you were putting Julia in as a refresher, and we never got anything. And then Sabrina goes, "Oh yeah, it started the mental management." And Julia's like, I
put her
thought
name
I
on there.
was-
So the problem was she didn't send it to any refreshers, even though
Oh,
their name
okay.
were on the list. She was going off of who paid.
All right.
And so,
Yeah,
did she get it now?
Disappointed.
Did she ever get it?
No.
Because Joe didn't get it either, but Joe reached directly out to Penny and got the information.
No, we figured we weren't invited, so we just didn't do it.
Why would you even assume that?
Why wouldn't, if we never got the information?
I would reach out to
it's not
Penny.
Like y'all go everywhere together,
right?
It's like
Two of our archers. Well, one of your own kid.
My
walked
kid
out,
and
then one of our other archers walked out.
Peyton Smith is here. She's going to be shooting this afternoon. She'll be a good shoot. So Peyton, she's standing up there. She won Vegas last year.
Where's Peyton?
Wow.
Yeah, the two girls sitting there, standing up on top. Can you see them? Where your mom was when we were doing the up above.
Had the voiceover.
Oh, yeah. I see now.
See them there.
Yeah,
they are.
I can't see past the basketball
Oh,
goal.
you can't. There you go. That would be blocking it.
Right, I see for camera 3 though. Yeah.
So Ellie and Peyton shoot for Texas Archery Learning Center.
Right.
And
who's Ellie again? No, I'm joking.
Yeah. So those two are, I'll brag on them for a minute, but those are two of the top archers in their class for their age. You have Peyton, who won Vegas last year, and had to move up a division, so she's going to be a really good. She's going to be really good next year. I mean, she's already really good, but she had to jump up with a bunch of older kids, and there is a difference between a 12-year-old and a 14-year-old.
Absolutely.
Ellie moved up a year ago, so she's 13. She moved up. She ended up finishing 4th in the nation for her division.
In the nation?
In the nation. So she is, and she missed top 3 in the nation by 3 points. It was 3 points.
See, what's funny is when, if people are watching this and they're not archers and they're like, oh, 3 points, that sucks. But no, when you hear that as an archer, you go back and you think about every
It was one shot. It was one shot.
That's just one shot.
Yeah.
That's like last night. I got beat by 9 points to first place, and I could be in first place. If I didn't get that one miss, I could be in.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
I could have got that 10, and I could have been in first place.
Yep. It
And
just takes one
been,
shot.
But Case.
Yeah, you got
Hey, I'll be right back. My mom's
no
calling
problem.
me.
Yeah, you better answer that call.
I thought he was going to ignore it. No joke. My mom would have walked down and hey, did you ignore my call?
Right.
Well, we got Ellie will be sporting her new bow this weekend. She got a new bow last
Is that
week.
the one that's sitting behind the?
Yep, that one's brand
That
new.
was
brand new bow.
beautiful.
It is a pretty bow. She was using a lot of borrowed equipment before, and so it was time. She was taking it serious enough, And it's the one thing we talk about is how much to spend up front when your archer gets into
because it is an investment.
Right.
It
is an investment. I mean, we talked about Josiah's bow last night.
Yeah. Yeah, you're talking.
It's I bought a car, he bought a bow.
Yeah.
and we are not over exaggerating on that. These bows will be right around $4,000 once you buy the bow, you buy the sight, you buy the stabilizers, you buy the rest, you buy the everything
Scope,
added up.
the lens.
And we're just we're shooting high school level.
Yeah.
When you think about that, imagine what you were talking about nationals and Olympic level shooters.
No,
Hey.
that's about what it is. These
Really?
bows,
All
that's about the
together?
maximum. Yeah. So there's not much better stuff you can stick on bows. When you're at that $4,000, I mean, arrows, it depends on arrows. If you look at an Easton X10, if you buy the arrows and you buy the tungsten points, you're looking at about $750 just for arrows,
You
which is
scared?
crazy. Which
Isn't
is
that
crazy
scary?
to me.
Here, look, come around.
He's calling
You're
somebody.
good?
You scared?
I wasn't low. She was like, I was like, it's not scary. Here.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna mute them for a second while I get those headset on. All right, there we go.
Ladies, welcome.
Yeah, how are you girls doing? So go ahead and introduce yourselves.
My name's Sierra McCormick, and this is my twin sister, Dakota McCormick.
I was gonna say
like-
y'all looked a lot alike.
You guys look a lot alike. Which one's older?
Dakota.
All right. Well, tell us where you're from. What 4-H club do you shoot for? And then tell us what kind of bows you shoot.
We shoot Angelina County 4-H, and we live in Alto, Texas.
Okay.
What kind of bow do we shoot? We don't really know. What kind of bow shoot we
Is it bare bow? Is it Genesis?
Yeah.
Compound?
Elite. We shoot
So
an
an
elite
Compound.
bow.
So you guys shoot compound. All right.
So my daughter used to shoot as an elite.
Are you guys shooting? You're not shooting right now, right?
No, we're not.
You shoot at 2 o'clock?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. So tell us, how long have you guys been shooting?
Well, about like 6
we've
months.
been shooting for I've been shooting ever since I was like 5.
Okay.
I've been shooting for we've been shooting our bows we've been shooting for 6 months.
Okay.
This year.
With the new bows?
No.
No?
We
been
had
shooting for like
old
2 days.
we had a bow that was like short draw length, short
Oh, yeah.
everything. So then we got used to that for a long time. But then we got to our new bows like 2, 3. Sierra, was it like a week ago that we got our new bows?
Yes.
Yeah, like a week ago we
Oh, wow.
got our new bows. Then we started shooting that.
How do you like those new bows?
Yeah, they're good. They are perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's probably, without knowing, it's probably an Elite Ember is probably what that bow is. And it's a great bow because it has these stops that you can add that give you a hard wall, which on low poundage bows, you need that hard wall. So it's a great little bow. So have you guys, you're going to be shooting today. Do you guys
Yes.
shoot a lot of competitions, or are you going to take a break over the summer, or what's your plans?
I'm planning on shooting
Every day.
Every day?
Yeah, we're going to shoot every day so we can get
Practice.
used to our new bows.
Good.
So who's better? You don't have to answer that. You don't have to answer that.
Probably me. Probably me.
I'm just picking on you too. But well,
He likes to cause problems.
yeah, if somebody hasn't cried, then my job hasn't been done.
Terrible
Right,
thinking.
right. How long did it take you guys to get here?
It took us about 2.5 hours. Or
Okay.
about an hour. Yeah, we live in Altos, so everything's pretty much an hour from us.
Okay.
I don't know if Mr. Ragsdale knows y'all or he's just watching right now, but he says, "Get 'em, girls." And if you do not know Mr. Toby Ragsdale, he was just inducted into the Texas Field Archery Association's Hall of Fame last Saturday.
Yes.
So he is giving y'all a shout out and telling you guys good luck and to have fun. What got you into archery? How did you get into
Our
it?
dad was in Montana at Elite Outfitters.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so he's got his bows, and now
we're gonna.
he has like guns, bows. He shoots in Montana, and also hunts in Montana. Takes people hunting and stuff.
Did your dad shoot? Is he shooting right now?
Yes, he is.
Okay. He is
Group
down
A.
there. Yep.
Group A and B.
All right.
On what bail?
His name is Nicholas McCormack.
He is on 11, I think.
He's on 11C.
Yep.
Let's see, where is he?
11C top left.
Yeah, that's him. That's him.
Okay.
I see the camera zooming in on him. Right above you. It
Yep,
says
there he
camera
is
4.
right there. That's right. Our camera person is Jacqueline, and she is awesome about zooming in on people when she hears us talking about them.
She has certain cues. When we say a name, she just zooms right in.
Yep.
And Jacqueline, I think, you 12 years?
Oh, my word.
Yes, we are 12 years old.
Yeah, y'all are 12, but Jacqueline is just a couple of years older
I'm
than
sorry,
you
Jacqueline.
ladies.
She's
So
like, "No, you're
he's
not."
picking on her. I heard a rumor that you guys moved down here because of the weather.
I think so. I
You think so?
I think it's
I'm
my
not
mom
sure.
and dad that
We
moved
used
down
to
here.
live in Montana.
But y'all had to
mom
come
used
down here with them. Why did your mom move down here?
No,
We
we,
don't
didn't
know.
move down here.
Oh, you don't know?
We weren't even born when they moved down here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were in foster care.
Oh, awesome. And so they've got you, and they've got you into archery. And are you liking it?
Yes.
Yeah. Is this something you want to continue to do?
Yes.
Wonderful. Well, we love having you in here. We will be watching you shoot this afternoon.
Be prepared because the
yeah.
camera is going to be on the two of you. So you're going to see that screen next to you, to your left.
Yeah, I see it.
Yep, you'll be able to see yourselves when you're shooting.
I see me.
Wait, I'm staring.
Yeah, you are seeing. Yeah. Wait a minute, I see myself.
So be sure, don't focus on that. Focus on what you're supposed to be doing and make every shot count and have fun while you're doing it. You ladies are showing us what it is to be the future of archery. Whenever you say that you want to continue to do that, that helps grow the sport because the more archers we have, the bigger the sport grows, right?
I love those jerseys too.
I know,
Yeah,
those are
thank
pretty
you.
cool.
We got them from Angelina County.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like them. They're good-looking jerseys.
Yep, I see some other people on the floor, or at least one other person on the floor with that same jersey. So
Yeah.
did you ladies have lunch yet?
Yes, we did.
Okay, good.
We went to Jack in the Box.
Jack in the Box. Okay, what'd you get?
Their ultimate bacon cheeseburger. It's
Ultimate
good.
bacon cheeseburger. All right.
You have to try it. You have to try it.
I
You
like
have
a
to
little
try it.
bacon on my burgers. Yep, I normally get, what is it?
Anything with bacon makes it good.
Right?
And now more people with the exact same jersey as us are passing the
Sweet.
interview box.
Yes,
There you
look,
go.
they're all coming in.
That's so cool.
Fantastic.
See, Jacqueline's so good, isn't she? Like she even
Yep.
had it on as the people were walking in.
She's intuitive.
All right, one more end, and this line will be done.
3 more arrows.
Yeah, 3 more arrows. What's going to happen is we're gonna go ahead and we'll finish out the shoot. We'll go ahead and give our closing remarks. You know, nothing fancy. It's no Cheryl Harrington type of closing statement because we'd be here for about an hour.
Would you stop picking on people?
Sorry.
Oh my goodness.
But we'll go ahead. We'll close it
Bully.
out, and then we will come back at 2:00 for the next shoot, where we'll get to see these two girls
right.
shoot their bows and see
They're
how they do.
brand new bows.
Yep, they're new elite bows, which is going to be exciting to see. What colors are they?
About turquoise, yeah. Like
Yep.
a teal.
Yep, I know exactly
green
what bow that
teal.
is.
Yep.
I'm almost positive those things are the embers. Such good bows. And then they'll grow with you girls too. As you guys get older, they can go ahead and make those a little longer, and they can add a little more weight.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm stronger than Sear.
That's all
To be
right.
fair,
To be-
I've been stronger.
Yeah.
Used to.
It'll change. It'll change
I'm
all the
stronger
time.
than Wendy too. But I didn't see that coming, which I should have saw it coming. Like I should have already been leaning away, but I wasn't. I didn't lean away.
Got you.
So they're giving out the right now. They're just kind of giving out the what's going to happen after these 3 ends. I don't think there's any makeups right now. There might be, but I don't think there is. And they'll go ahead and turn in those scorecards. So
Elena, did she have any makeup arrows whenever her sight, everything was going left? No? Okay.
I don't think so.
All right.
They would have made them up in the first half anyways if they had.
Oh, that's right. It was in the first half.
All right, so since they're using eyes on score, it's a digital way of doing scoring. By the way, everything online is not official, just so you know. A normal shoot, the digital is not official. I like her hat.
It's my dad's. It's my dad. He just came over and put it on Sear.
Yeah, it's not official. It's going to be the paper copy that's official. So if they turn the scorecards in and there is a discrepancy, they're going to have to go. If they can't resolve it, it's going to be the paper, and it'll change it online. Just as a heads up. Normally we don't have a lot of that happens, but it does happen. We don't say anything about Cheryl.
We say we love Cheryl. Cheryl has done a phenomenal job.
She has done a great job.
And her
They're saying
team.
that she did a great job.
Aw. So putting on this tournament, she has a team, and I think Cheryl just speaks for the team. She has people who are behind her and beside her, helping her put on this archery tournament, and we're so thankful that she had it and that she invited us to be out here as well, because we get to talk to the cool kids like you.
Yeah, the one thing with setting up a tournament like this, there's a lot of work that has to be done, you know. I know Cheryl will say the same thing that I would say. Like, it does take a lot of work, but you can't pull this off without all the volunteers and the help that did this. Because even last night when we got here, there had to be about 10 people setting up this range, trying to get everything ready, getting those tarps up, getting the scorecards going. It may have been more than 10. It may have been more like 15 because they had kids pulling and taking chairs and tables out. And so it takes a small army to pull one of these tournaments off. And I think it's really cool. Cheryl would be like me, would be saying, hey, I didn't do all the work. All I am is the one kind of organizing to make sure certain things happen. But it does take a lot of
Y'all
work.
are the ones who like to talk.
Yes, we like to talk. But there's the behind the scenes. Those people are the ones that really make this thing happen. When you have 100 archers, you're definitely, it takes a lot of work.
Yes.
Yeah, it takes a lot of work to get first.
It does take a lot. It takes practice.
It does. A lot of work.
So you girls competitive against each other? You like to? Do you want to beat your sister?
Yes.
Yes. I like to beat Wendy, but more from a physical, like I'm going to hit her. No, I'm teasing. I would never do that.
Like shove you over.
Because if I did
Goodness.
that, I'd only get one shot. Because I don't care how fast I am. She's got that mom speed. She would just take me out.
So true.
It's true, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Never been a truer statement.
Yeah.
Here we go. She's
right.
back.
I'm also back.
Yes.
This is my friend. I brought her too.
All right.
Yes.
Say your names again.
I'm Camden. Logan.
Logan. Welcome back, Logan. You're like my favorite one now.
Yay.
Even though you got a little sassy with me downstairs. Didn't you?
My arrows or hers? I guess so.
I guess.
My mom still owes me a candy bar because I got 3 in the middle.
Nice.
Oh, sweet.
You know, I do that with my daughter too, but she takes advantage of it. She's like, if I shoot 25 points, can you take me to Starbucks? And so she shoots 25. And then she'll be like, I shot 3 of them, so I get to go 3 times. No, that wasn't the deal.
Yeah, I need to get in on that deal.
I know.
My sister, our mom said if she got 300, she got to pick dinner or lunch, whatever. And she got exactly 14, which was what she needed.
Nice.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh, 1 second. I gotta go.
Okay, y'all gotta
get my
go.
We gotta pull her.
I just love it. Like, go get a pull. We got to go.
Hey.
Okay.
Wait, Kendall said she was gonna pull ours, but
No, you'll need to go.
Pull and score.
Yep.
I think my mom's gonna allow
That
this.
is so funny.
They have their own teams down there. And
Yeah.
I don't mean like, the Texas archery team. No. They got their girl gang
Yeah.
right there. You
I
saw that.
I got to tell you, we've learned something on the interview booth. I was wondering, because we've had them where we can't get people to come and even come to do interviews.
Do you remember at the ASA, though, whenever we were there and we had the table off to the side and the kids just took over?
Yes, because I didn't even think about that, but yeah, they're like, we walked up and there was 4 kids on the mic. And they're just like, let's go.
But that is why we do what we do. It's part of
Yeah.
the reason we do what we do. And they're getting to see how they input scores.
Tell me that's not cool. So we have a wireless camera that you can walk down there and get live coverage of what's going on down there while they score. That's going to be a lot of fun when we do other types of shoots, but I think it's a great way of even getting closer in and just kind of seeing what the atmosphere is. Our cameras sit still, you kind of see them.
Yeah.
But when you're down there, you can really see them. We're going to add mics to it so that we can get a little feedback, So if we ask them a question, they can say something. We might have to be careful on that, but we'll never know what they're going to say.
Nope.
Yeah.
Kids say the darndest things.
Yep. Looks like
Yeah.
Logan is back.
Hi.
Hi. I'm
All right,
glad he
Logan.
didn't scare you away.
So have you ever done anything like this before, like talk live on video?
No, but I think I'm famous now.
Of course you are.
I know you're famous because I'll be talking about the time that I made you mad for a long time. Fiery little thing you are.
You should see, I'm actually showing meat chickens.
Oh, are you?
And when I get home, it's going to be like my bedtime or something.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to feed them, and then I'm going to have to check. I have these silkies, and they have no feathers on their necks, so I called them bald mans.
Oh, you have silkies.
Little
You
bald
have
eagles.
silkies for meat chickens?
Okay.
Yeah, you got to go sign your scorecards.
Yeah, let me sign that real quick.
Okay.
Yeah,
She has a job to do.
But like I was saying, is it's been great to have to have that booth down there because they know they just go up and they can once we see them there, they can go ahead and start talking.
Mason's back.
Yes, ma'am. How y'all been?
Good.
So far, so good.
I guess I'll turn the mic
We
up
have
for her.
one
for him.
more line to go.
No, that's it. That's it.
We have 2 o'clock.
Oh no, I thought you were
Line.
talking about ends. Sorry.
I said line.
I just got moved
Settle.
down to third.
Oh, hey, still.
Yeah, but Case, he's gonna come in and probably bomb everybody.
Yeah, Case is a pretty good little shooter, isn't
He
he?
is.
That's all right. Have you had fun?
Yeah. I
That's
did.
the main thing right
Oh,
there.
yeah. That's the main thing about having fun and learning and getting better.
That's right.
I could not disagree more. Not teasing. Yeah, just taking a look at everybody's
Everything.
scores here. Looking good. Like if you guys want to go see what the scores he just mentioned that he got moved down to third. You know how he knows that? Because he went to eyesonscore.com and he can see it there, which is I still think is the coolest thing that
Excuse
we
you.
have. Yeah, my chair here.
Sure it was.
Let me see if I can duplicate it, replicate it.
So you can't. I see you squishing your butt cheeks together.
Ew.
You're gross.
You want to hand some of that candy over here? No, I can't behave, so you better keep it.
They have been passing around the Nerds gummy clusters or something. I don't even know what they're called, but I had one
I'll
for
take
the
some.
first time last night. I had 2 because there were 2 stuck together. And oh my word, it was
Have you
so
seen these? These
sour.
things are awesome. These are sour. These are
It
awesome.
was. I was like puckering my lips
See?
and
See?
Yeah, I've had them. Those are good.
Yeah, they're good.
my son, whose name is Luke,
Uh-huh.
he loves them. It's his favorite candy. Oh.
Well, as they come to an end, we'll be. What time is it? It's 1:10. So they're starting in about an hour.
Yep. Oh, your friend's back.
All right.
Back again.
So tell us.
Everybody wanted my autograph.
Yeah, I know the feeling, Logan. You and I. You know what? Where's my hat? I'll have Logan sign it for me. I'll go grab it here in a minute. I left it out in the car. I need to go get it anyways. I think Ellie has
I'm
my
wearing
keys.
mine.
She has my keys.
Oh, she's sitting right over there on the floor.
I'm
Yeah.
wearing mine. It's just on backwards.
Yep. All right. So, Mason, are you helping or
Yes.
what are you doing? The next line?
I've been helping. Yes, ma'am.
You're going to be helping for
yes,
the 2
ma'am.
o'clock, too?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
I'm going home and sleeping.
You're going home and sleeping and tending to chickens?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. So, you said you have silkies for your meat chickens?
No, I have roasters.
Roasters, okay. All right. I used to hate showing chickens. So,
They're so dirty.
they're nasty. Do you cook their food?
When they have like crumbs, my mom will make it like a mush kind of. with
Yes, I
water.
hate doing. Yeah, we used to have
Yeah.
to cook their food. I did not like it. It was stinky. Oh. So what's your favorite? Shooting, archery, or showing chickens?
Well, if I say showing chickens, would you beat me?
Beat you? Well, no, I would never beat you.
Wow, you've got a reputation.
I would have thought she would have asked you that. But no. So my son used to swim and shoot, but his passion was swimming, and so now he just swims. So no, I believe everyone should do what they want to do. If he wanted to continue doing both, we still would have been doing both.
Do you also see the cameras?
I do see the cameras.
We get to spy on people.
Yeah. So what I did was I
get
changed
to
their
see
view.
all the views.
You can see all the cameras now, can't you, Logan?
Yes.
So I changed it so they could see everything. I was like, you know what? That way they know exactly what we see, and they also can see the other stuff as well. Just makes it easier that way. So yeah, these are, each one of those is the cameras. Camera 7 was Jeff walking around with the camera earlier, which is so cool. I still think that's like the coolest thing.
It would have been cool if her name was Wendy. Well, her name is Wendy, and your name was Peter Pan.
Peter Pan.
Peter Pan, because Peter Pan and Wendy.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
And then we need the 7 lost kids.
The 7
Are
lost
you one
kids?
of the? You one of the 7?
No, I'm gonna be at my house eating pizza.
We had pizza too.
Yeah.
I tell you, she's sassy.
What's your favorite kind?
Any pizza.
Any pizza.
I'm back.
Oh,
All
all
right.
right, she's back.
She took over the mic. She's back.
again. Y'all all right down there?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Are you sticking around for the afternoon, or are you heading home?
Now you're
No.
going home too? All right, so what was your most favorite thing for the day?
I don't really know.
You don't know?
It was all fun. I liked it all.
All fun.
All
I
fun.
kind of gotta go, so I guess I'll see y'all soon.
All right,
All right,
Logan.
it was so nice meeting you.
I'll
Be
watch
careful.
y'all. Bye, Logan. I'll watch y'all on YouTube on the ride home.
All right.
Sounds good. What a sweetheart. Oh my gosh, these kids. All right, who do we have
Gotta
now?
Mute those things.
Don't mute us.
No, no, it's just whenever y'all are moving around and you touch the mic or the mic touches anything, it makes a lot of noise. And so that's what he was talking about,
right.
muting. So not muting while y'all are talking.
I'll do that to you when you start talking. How about that?
Stop. So what's your name?
My name's Kendall.
Kendall. All right, Kendall, welcome to our show. All right, so have you been shooting down there on the line?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I thought I saw you down there. Did you have fun today?
Yes.
Amazing. All right. What kind of bow do you shoot?
I shoot a compound bow.
You do? That's what my daughter shoots. She was just down there on Bale 9. Yes. So how long have you been shooting?
I've been shooting ever since I was 6.
6?
And you're how old now?
Almost at 10.
Wow.
Almost
You're
10. Almost the double digits.
Almost 10.
All right. So are you
I
going to be
remember when those days when we would like, I'm 10 and a half.
10 and a half. That's right. That's right. So are you going to be sticking around or are you going home?
I'll be sticking around for a few minutes.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much. Is there anything you want to tell anybody out there?
I would like to say have a good time.
There we go.
Aw,
How about you say,
best words.
hey, we'll see you guys at the next Target. Say that. And we'll go ahead and close this out. And then here's what we'll do.
Subscribe.
Yep, there you go. So one of you say, we'll see you guys at the next Target. And then the other one says, please go and subscribe to Raising an Archer.
You'll say, I'll say it, subscribe. Which one do I say? Which one do I say? You'll say, do I say
We'll catch you at the next. We'll see you guys at the next Target.
You'll say, we'll
Go
catch
to
you
just
at the
them.
next Target.
Just go to their
And then I'll
video.
say, wait, who says what first?
There we go.
You say first. Okay.
Okay. All right.
So you're
So
going to say, we'll see you at the next Target.
We'll see you at the next Target. Go subscribe.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us, girls, and we will see you guys. I guess I already said it, so I can't say it again.
Yes,
I can't say it
yes.
again. All right. We'll be back at 2 o'clock this
For
afternoon.
the next line.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good time.